Welcome to some thing. We're calling it the Parucast. I don't know, this is a shit name. It's because we're all shitters. I'm Zistral. Today we have...
I'm Jason. So,
I'm Sin. E.
I am Paru, the namesake of the cast.
I'm Paru's gay lover.
Yes.
Ryan.
Okay, so we have a meme lord, someone who's actually decent at the game, Paru, and a lolicon.
Wow.
What a great lineup, guys.
This is the
Who's
epitome
the one
of
that's actually
Weiss
decent
Schwarz.
at the game?
Yeah, get wrecked, top tier tiers.
Wait, who's the one that's actually decent at the game, though?
None of us, that's the joke.
Fuck.
Alright, so I guess like the main topic we can talk about is the ban list that came out last week and how it wrecked like nearly all of us, despite not actually banning any of our decks.
This ban list affected me zero. In no way.
It made me turn into a bandwagoner for buying Nisekoi.
So here's like all three decks that got unrestricted. I play, and in thinking like, what am I gonna do here? All I got were headaches, and it just wasn't pleasant.
But
Wait.
does this ban list make any of them actually playable again?
Kantai is playable.
It makes Kantai pretty good. Like, people can now actually play Inazuma.
Oh, true. Inazuma got unrestricted.
But like, here's the thing, right?
No, Inazuma didn't get unrestricted.
No,
was she
Z3 got
on match?
unrestricted. Yeah.
Z3 got
So
unrestricted.
like, here's the thing, right? I play some shitty Shokaku waifu deck, so I was always playing 4 Inazuma, no Z3. So now I'm just like, great, I can add 2 or 3 copies of Z3 to my deck. And I was going through like, what the hell did I cut? And I realized like, why am I even going to play Z3 in this deck? Like, what does it actually do?
Wait, Z3's cool as hell.
Yeah, she is, but like,
Her hat's pretty nice.
I mean,
like in
if you play-
the context of what this deck does, like, just remember, I'm playing 4 Stock Soul and 4 Wind.
if you play Z3, you're basically going in on the fact that you're gonna play a field game.
Which is like the opposite of what Shokaku wants to do, so it's like, nice.
If you don't play like Z3 with the entire startup package, then why are you playing Z3?
I was like, why are you playing Kantai? Is a better question. Like, I feel like that's the easy way to summarize this ban list. Just, why are you still playing X, where X is series that got unrestricted?
Yes, as we found out
So-
from playing.
Nisekoi didn't get fixed at all. Monogatari didn't get fixed at all. Both still
Casey
suck.
kind of got fixed.
It kinda got fixed, but who's actually still gonna play KC in this day and age, realistically?
I'll be built in English.
So let's be real, guys. You choose Hatsukaze, right?
No, you choose Hibiki, what the fuck?
Wow, you guys are all shitters.
Dude, it's all about the Duma. But yeah.
So like,
Sunshine got fucked.
yeah. I mean like,
Hey,
Rico's still obviously the pick here. Let's not be stupid.
No, I think you pick Azusa. I think if you're playing Two Soul, you pick Azusa. Otherwise,
okay, why don't we talk about each like change in order
Okay.
instead of just like randomly talking about it? So let's start with Kate, like Kantai.
Okay.
So Inazuma was always the pick, unless you were bad and wanted to play Z3. But then you gave up like
Okay.
all consistency.
So Z3 kind of comes off the list, right? So
Yeah.
that means that playing like the Z3 startup package isn't as restrictive anymore, which is like the only deck that Casey works with anymore. Like, can Casey do anything else at level 1 other than like Bismarck Prince with Z3
No.
back row?
Yes, you can play Teruzuki.
I mean, can it like actually do anything that's good?
Yeah,
no.
you can play
don't
Teruzuki.
agree.
Teruzuki's actually not terrible in like the
She's-
context of
I think
KC.
she's like okay, but why would you run that when you can just run Prince?
I mean, yeah,
Which
sure.
which one are we talking about? Which is Terazuki?
The yellow
Teruzuki,
witch, basically. She's witch on her shock
she's
combo.
Witch.
Oh, okay.
Which is instantly bad because it's not a plussing.
No, but here's the
so-
difference. Teruzuki can fetch Compass. It's just
Ooh.
level 1 or higher cards.
Hey.
But the deck is still bad. Like, so
no, the Teruzuki combo is the reveal top. If it's a fleet character out of the hand.
I thought it was 1 or higher.
No, it's fleet character. It's
Oh,
fleet
okay,
girl.
fucking sucks. Never mind then. Ignore what I just said.
It's literally witch, just not on a plussing trigger. So therefore, you don't actually plus ever. So you
Which
can-
wasn't
you
on a
can
plussing trigger though.
I know, but witch sucks too. So
Yeah.
the wedding harna is probably the best version of
I mean, like, if you're gonna...
It's
if
No,
the
you're-
but
only
that-
playable version of it.
Okay, hold on. You guys
There's a
don't
Lock
know
Horizon one.
anything about Gigon Shooter. Gigon Shooter
Shut
is
the
the
fuck up.
best
I don't-
top. No, I'm not memeing. It's the best
it's-
variant of the top check
It
at
is,
the hand
it is,
combo.
but nobody
And
knows
it's on a
Gigan
plus
Shooter.
and trigger, so shut the fuck up.
Okay, but who actually knows Gigan Shooter besides you?
Yeah, who is actually like who even knows that that's a
I mean, my friend owns it, so I know it. But like, does anybody actually care enough?
there's a character named Kirito in it, that's all I know.
Okay, back on topic. My
So,
bad.
so back to Kantai.
So yeah,
I feel like you
play the
could-
Z3 with the Prince.
Yeah, but or you could like pretend you're still in 2015 and play Hibiki into Vernie into Masashi.
But like Hibiki's not actually like that good anymore because like the game. I feel like the issue with the game right now and like anti-heal in general is like you need to be, the game is so fast, you need to be able to push hard early in order to make use of Musashi with anti-heal. So like if you look at like the only deck that's good with Musashi anti-heal, like Little Buzzers, it plays 2 souls. So like you push fast, right?
You can do that
Whereas,
with
like,
Kantai. You play
Kantai, but okay,
Yeah.
like, I'm talking
You're
about like
being inefficient in the rest of the deck.
so I'm talking about like the startup based deck. So you're playing
Right.
Prince, right? So your level 1 combo is the
Stock
stock
soul.
soul. So like
Yeah.
it's like you don't actually push as hard and as fast as like Little Buzzers would to make use of your anti-heal plus Musashis.
So what you're saying is the players to play Hibiki into Kidakami Oi.
Shut the...
I
Alright, you got me.
But like, here's the thing about Kantai is that the deck has so many cards now. Like the set has so many cards now, and I feel like the only variation that actually exists is in the top end. Because the problem with the deck is that, as good as the startup engine is, if you put it side by side with everything else, like nowadays, it's kind of shit.
Well, it's
I mean-
because field-based gameplay is shit. Because like having a board doesn't mean anything anymore.
yeah, because everything just offensively runs over things now anyway. So it's like, who cares?
Hi, AOT. How's it going?
I mean, AOT, even like look at like even like a ReZero. Amelia still hits like 7-5 on offense, and just runs over things.
Amelia, yeah, can hit actually 8k.
Like sets just don't care because they just have so much power at level 1 now. You're not
Well,
Shimakaze pushing this like 7k, and you're like, guys, I'm bigger than
okay.
everybody.
Also, like the issue with the startup-based engine is that, like I said, your field doesn't matter because like plussing is freer than what it used to be. It's like back when Casey was quote unquote good. Like what were they considered the good decks? Monogatari, like Triad Primus. What else? But like, okay,
TLR
like basically
still.
TLR. It's like on reverse at level 1 was the play, and it was expected that, and like decks expected that they could get reverses at 1. So like Kantai was strong because it denied every reverse at 1.
Yeah.
So it basically forced like decks like Monogatari into like resources like how do I word this? English is hard. It forced like decks like Monogatari into like a they barely have resources kind of game. And then it with anti-heal back when that
Back when healing was the top end. I mean, most
Yeah.
decks, yeah.
Yeah. So like because it denied the reverses at level 1, it anti-heal plus Musashi was more powerful because it forced the opponents to clock more. So they ended up killing themselves more, which compensated for the fact that the deck was slower than what anti-heal wanted to be. But like the thing now, like what deck gives a fuck about reverses at 1? That's like competent and like
Probably only like TLR, right?
yeah, but those decks can climb. They're big enough.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
TLR has like other... TLR can plus in other ways though, because it's just...
Well, no, but it's like the only deck that can actually on reverse like that and AOT, I guess. But they also can just run over.
Yeah, but
everything.
AOT hits like 11k, so what the fuck?
Yeah, but that's the thing. If you can't get power, you're a shitty on reverse combo.
Yeah, sure. Like, but if you look at like the other big decks, then you've got like what? Rewrite, who doesn't give a shit. Like, I guess Rabbits maybe.
ReZero doesn't.
Rabbits is
Even
really,
Rabbids
really
can-
a good deck
Yeah.
anymore.
Yeah, like so.
That was just a playable deck now.
ReZero doesn't care.
ReZero doesn't care. Like
All the good
Sona
decks
doesn't
are
Hanger-
care. Little Busters doesn't care.
Mm.
Nothing cares. Yeah.
Did we
Exactly.
mention
So
Persona?
like yeah, we did. So
Yeah.
like the actual value of the startup engine isn't a thing anymore. It's a relic of the past. It's like KC is a relic of the past. TLDR.
Like, it's
I
probably,
think the other
it's
big
probably-
issue with anti-heal is that I think what the last 3 sets now have had on-play discard a card heal to stock.
Yeah.
So it's like
Yeah,
nice
it's-
bro.
A lot
And,
of
and the next set just got it too. I think Psychono just got one.
Yeah, Cyclone has one as well. So it's like great. Gurren Lagann doesn't have one. Hey.
Heal to stock is that I actually really like that effect a lot.
Gurren Lagann is fucking garbage.
Yeah,
Who
it's just
cares?
actually just unplayable.
All right. So next up
Oh.
is Monogatari. Ryan, do you want to take this one since you're the
Wait,
go
we
ahead.
didn't talk about the level 3
What?
for Kantai.
like the okay?
Do we?
The
Do we
other-
care?
Is it
You-
gonna
Because-
be any different?
No, because level 3 is actually kind of interesting because like
Is it?
the dynamic of
It just-
like Kashima versus Kongo is still like kind of cool to think
Yeah, but
about.
is it impacted at all in Z3 being unbanned?
Well, like,
It is
no,
actually,
no,
yes.
Z3,
No, it actually
being-
really is because like Z3 being unbanned actually makes Congo really playable because now you can like go from 2 to 3 and then search for the Congo pieces and like
Okay.
you don't need to rely on Kashima to draw into your climax
Well,
anymore.
no. Like that kind of stuff are like always existed even when Z3 was on the list still. Like the interesting part of this is the fact that both of the options are fine and this change doesn't change that, right? So like you
Mhm.
still have to have the discussion of are you playing Kashima versus Kongo, and like I think a lot of people are playing Kashima, but playing Kongo is still fine. Kongo's good.
I feel like that's just preference at this point, to be honest.
I actually think
I
it's
think
I
the-
think it's more meta based. Like there was a point like back when KC was really popular, Kashima was absolutely the play over Congo. And then like slowly after that, after KC dropped off a bit, that's when Congo started like getting its popularity back again.
Like I think Kongo's better now because Kongo's less interactive. But like
Exactly.
the argument for
Kongo-
Kashima is the fact that Kashima grabs her own climax.
Congo's just
Well, I
on
wouldn't say
attack
Congo's
right?
less interactive because she still needs to reverse. She just doesn't like she needs to reverse for the salvage, and I think that's slightly different.
Yeah, but the salvage isn't impactful when you're talking about her as your finisher
Right.
or like your top end of choice, right? The salvage is like the cherry on the cake for Kongo.
The thing that is nice about Congo is if you don't get your first turn, you still have some stability into your second turn. Like, but if you play Congo Kaini, then you can heal down and you have Compass still on defense.
Yeah, but then your top end becomes Kongi.
Nah, you can get away with greedy and go like 3 or 4 Kongo, 1 Kongo Kaini.
I don't know, cause like, are people like I don't know if people still play the one of Prince Restander or not, cause I'm not a fan of it. But
I think they do, yeah.
It's either one of Prince or one of
Fubuki.
Fubuki. Yeah, I forgot her name.
I mean, I like personally, I just like the Prince more, but I'm biased.
Yeah, but Resenders suck.
Yeah, they do. But
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
then
I
again,
just like
like-
Prince because she's Prince.
But Fubuki sucks as well. So
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
I think arguably Fubuki is actually worse than Prince. But
Fubu,
Let's
what's
see,
Fubuki's
like,
condition? What does she do?
on reverse,
she
pay
pings for
1,
the-
deal X, where X is the number of destroyers you have.
Yeah, that's kind of ass.
Well,
I don't
both-
think it's on reverse. I'm pretty sure it's not on
is it on
reverse.
attack? Is it on
Is it
attack?
on attack?
Right.
It's on attack because it's like pay 2, ditch 2.
Right.
It's really
Oh,
heavy.
it's-
It's a heavy cost. Or pay 3, ditch 2.
Yeah, it's pay 3 ditch 2.
Right.
Yeah,
And then
pay
it's
3 ditch
ping-
2 when it's
ping-
attacks.
But
burn
then you
for
have
the
to
number
remember,
of
like,
destroyers
both-
on your field.
Both your Z3s are destroyers, and Fubuki's a destroyer.
Yeah.
So that's like 3 on
Burn
average.
3.
Yeah, so like the upside
Yeah,
of
that's
Fubuki
fine.
versus Prince is like Fubuki's actually customizable, whereas like Prince is like it's the restander, so it's RNG, and you play Stock Soul, so it's like RNG swing for 5, RNG swing for 7, right?
I mean, if you trigger on the first one, at least it gives you potential to side for less. You know, it gives you that. Maybe.
Yeah, unless they like do some 3D MG shit, and now you're directing for 7.
You know, or they just sat count at you and you fucking shoot
Yeah,
yourself.
exactly.
I don't know.
You
I
want-
still think it's definitely still preference. I prefer Kashima, I think. But
We should just
I-
unban Junyo so we can play the Junyo submarine level 2 cheese again.
genius.
Can we not?
Genius.
Let's not do that.
My one friend, I remember when I first started like really playing Japanese Weiss, my friend had the Junios and he's like, I'm just gonna show you why this card was banned real quick. And it was actually suffering.
Like there
It
was
was
there
the
was a
most
there was a point in
aggravating
time
thing to
where
deal
the 2-1 sub was like, for an uncommon, it was like 150 yen sold out. Those were
Wait,
dank times.
Is there some weird interaction with Junio that makes Junio more broken than just what's written on it?
She's
She's hexproof.
untargetable. She's
Yeah.
she's untargetable. That's what's the issue.
Like once it comes
Can't
down,
do
it's
anything.
literally impossible to get rid of. So your opponent's now like is forever out damaging you.
How much?
Also-
How big is Junio?
6'5".
7.
6'5". GG. Dude,
Dude,
Also,
that's
double-
easy. 13 kaikis.
No, no,
Oh,
dude.
you can't even kaiki.
You can't kaiki it. Like the only option
my
is
God.
the only option is the double wing slayer.
Or
No,
no,
double
Lucia.
Double
combo.
Lucia. Double Lucia, bro.
Wow, yeah, nice.
Wait, did we just bring back the Kaiki meme?
Except it's not even a funny meme because it doesn't even work.
Also, like the issue with Junio is that she buffs herself. So like if you go into level 2 and you play double Junio, and then your next turn you can push the 2
Holy
Junios
shit.
up and then play another card, and then you're still swinging 2-2-3.
That's disgusting.
It is pretty stupid.
Alright, so let's go into something else because Kantai is just Kantai.
All right, let's get into
They're still
Monogatari.
there.
Ryan, take it away.
Oh baby, my autistic child finally gained some chromosomes again.
If I
So
gain
you know how-
if I gain chromosomes, you mean finish that bottle of glue it was eating? Then yeah.
Yeah. You know how back in the day when Monogatari was considered broken because I don't fucking know, Triad Primus was broken, and then they gave us a 2-choose-1 of Mayoi and JC, and like people actually had to sit there and think about what we were playing, because both are viable choices, even though Snail is correct. And then so like they gave us JC back after 2
Forever.
years.
2 years.
A year? 2 years. So the ban list is now Mayoi, Cat, and the global. So like as Monogatari stands right now, you're still stuck between Cat and Snail. And by that I mean you're still playing Snail. It's just you have JC now.
Does that like?
But
So here's the thing, right? If you look at let's say you play Mayoi, that means you have to play Shinobu Kaze level 1. What does JC do for that like engine?
Oh, it denies
They-
crashes.
okay, so if we're actually talking about like the actual use cases for JC, it makes your zero game stronger because you can multi-field and then you can recycle your really good on plays like Ononoki and Mayoi Riki. It denies reverses at 1. It lets you recycle your Shinobu combo if you have if you have another shot without having to search out another Shinobu, and it also recycles your Azusa, which is like the best part of JC at 1. So like ideal one with Monogatari is Brainstorm JC back row, and then like Shinobu, and then Azusa in your front, and then you bounce your Azusa and you keep looping.
Yeah, that was like
It-
that was the generic play like back when MG was
Playing
quote
playing
unquote
against
broken.
it seemed a lot better than it did before it had it by far.
Well, that's
It
because
actually
back
kinda
then like
what
the
it
deck
is.
had a lot of options. Like you could play glasses, you could play healers, you could play like Kitagi gate combo burn. You could do whatever the fuck you wanted. Like you had 3-2 early play Kambaru to fight Triad Primus. Some people splashed blue to take in the 3-2 Hanekawa to fight Triad Primus. Like the deck actually functioned because you weren't restricted, and like you can argue that you're not unrestricted anymore now. You just don't have to play Cat. But here's the thing, like
No, you want the cat.
Cat is actually like really good, and there's a reason that nearly every Japanese person switched to Cat when they realized how good it actually was. But JC sucks with Cat. Like all you do is recycle your Hitagi, and that's it. And like okay,
Yeah.
you say that's really really good, and I agree, it is really good. But like
Okay, no. I say it's really good in Shinobu build because like in that build you don't have a level 2 game. So like your level 1 of like okay, like you don't. I guess I say this now because like apparently people don't know it. You don't play Skynobu anymore. That card is garbage, and it makes your deck bad. So like
Wait, which one was the Skynobu?
the
hexproof.
change into the hexproof damage
yeah.
guy. Yeah, that card's fucking garbage. It used to be good, but now it's fucking garbage because they change bombs. So like your level 1 game in Monogatari, or your level 2 game in Monogatari now is like looping Azusas to sculpt your hand for your level 3, and then dropping a combo early play if you need to, or if you can. So like JC is still really good there because you're still looping Azusa, right?
Mhm.
Whereas by the time you get to level 2 in Cat, you want to be playing your cats, you want to like farm your stock, get ready for your non-existent level 3 game.
You mean heal loops.
Exactly. So like, here's the thing: JC coming off basically puts the deck very close back to what it used to be, right?
What about very close?
Well, I mean, oh, sorry, you mean like back in like 2015?
Yeah, like back when it was quote unquote
Oh,
broken.
Kinda.
But
You're still missing like the free drop search global, which is
pretty major. Yeah.
it's like it doesn't, you don't think it's that important, but it's a really important card because like your selectivity outside of Shinobu isn't very solid, so like it makes your selectivity actually strong, and it gives you like free ditch outs if you actually need those with Azusas, right?
But then, so like, why does the deck still suck?
The deck sucks because the meta is different now. Like Weiss is just gone in a way where Monogatari doesn't work that well. It's like I feel like I'm gonna be retreading what I said with KC, but like Monogatari is a relic of the past. It's a deck that's expected to have a slower game in order to abuse its insane payoff in my AOA. But Weiss has gotten to the point where the game is how fast can you go, how efficiently you can go into your insane payoff. And Monogatari can't go fast. If you need me to compare it to what I mean, think of like AOT. AOT can go really fast, and then when it gets to its top end, if you have 5 stock, you get double Mikasa, right? Whereas like 5 stock in Monogatari at 3 is 2 Mayois, which is
half the burns.
Yeah, half the burns,
Yeah.
and it's not as good, right? It's like because Monogatari just can't keep up. So like if you play Monogatari, you run into this issue where you get to level 3 and you don't have the resources to do anything you want, and then you just slowly fall behind because your deck's expected to have the resources to be able to do what it wants, to like play Mayois, be able to play over them, keep looping them, and then do like a 2 to 3 turn kill sustain game.
So
rather than like try to kill in 1 turn like every deck wants to do now.
So based on what you're saying, like relic of the past, blah blah blah. Before we move on to Nisekoi, why is it that CG is still pick 4?
Because fuck idols.
CG has too much representation still. They were still the 7th highest topping deck in the game.
Wait, was CG still topping recently?
They got 7.
I didn't
7th
see.
most top deck.
So, like my theory for why CG didn't get touched was because it was like so absurd. It was absurdly number 1 when it got double banned, right? Like like Monogatari and KC were 2 and 3, but TP was miles above it.
Yeah.
So I feel like they're just scared of that.
No, it was literally just because it had too much representation to even be considered. So, whereas like Monogatari had no representation anymore.
Because Monogatari is unplayable.
But like, would you rather have the drop searcher? Or would you rather have the JCs? Like,
right now, realistically, I'd rather have the drop searcher. I feel like for Monogatari in general, it's more impactful.
Well, what I'd like is I would like for both the drop searcher and JC to just be flat banned, and for us to be able to play cat snail again.
I feel like JC adds too much.
What do you mean? Yeah, what do you mean? Explain.
Like what? Like JC adding too much?
Yeah.
I mean, I think valuing easy ways to recycle an Azusa and easy ways to deny reverses, especially when you're level 1 combo right now. Like if you have Cat, fine, whatever. But when you're using Shinobu Kazes, it's like any way to deny somebody crashing is just too valuable in my opinion.
Yeah, but where's the payoff? Like everything I was trying to get at, and I don't know if I got it right because I might be rambling, is that there's no payoff to Monogatari.
Well, yeah, right now.
There is. You just don't get to it because you can't. You never get to the 12 stock, play 2 healers, stack 4 snails on 1 healer. Like that doesn't exist. It just doesn't exist. So you have to go for like, which is why like Cat is the play, because Cat lets you air quotes turbo into your snail game, but you don't have snails. So now you just turbo into like Hitagi.
Literally turbo into nothing.
No payoff means that there's probably if like you're saying that this card, like even though it adds a lot, presents no payoff. Then you probably think that there's at least like 4 cards on this ban list that should be just flat out removed, right?
I mean, I think the way Bushiro bans Weiss is fucking retarded. So yes.
Yes.
So
I mean, like shout out to GG Easy 2nd place Worlds. I think everything should just get unbanned.
Just start again?
Yeah, like, and then like okay.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I mean, I think there are some things that just
to literally parrot Yarbaka. nothing is excessively broken right now.
I mean, I still think Rest, Flower Garden, and
I don't really want to play against Akinari.
and Akinari are probably the three things that if anything stays banned, they should stay banned because those
Wait.
cards are actually
Well,
disgusting.
okay. The cards themselves are good, but they don't work anymore. So
don't
they're
like
not
Akinari?
actually
Rest might work.
Rest is ridiculous.
Rest is
Little
still
Bucks
pretty
is
good.
still
I
super
appreciate
strong.
that. But like
Rest and
Gordon-
Garden are still very
No,
good.
I think if Garden came off, like MK still wouldn't be the dominant deck.
I don't think they'd be dominant, but I think they'd be a very highly represented deck with Garden.
Maybe, but like if you compare Garden to like Healing Magic, right? Index, I would say Index has just about almost as good a shell as Milky. Like obviously Milky is much better, obviously, but like if you compare what both decks do, which is just set up the late game for extremely efficient resources, while still like denying some momentum from the opponent, then the decks kind of operate on a very similar scale.
Rest
Yeah,
and Garden are like the same card, right? They're both 3/1 heal 2.
Guardian is
Guardian
3
gives power.
but gives power, yeah.
Like Akinari,
Milky
like
also
for example,
plays.
Akinari, right? If Akinari came off, literally what the fuck ever, dude. What the fuck ever.
It would be
I
broken
guess that's
execution.
true. Like, what do you?
Execution TM.
But then, what are you gonna? Are people gonna really play Execution? I guess that's the question. I don't think.
I
so.
play
I mean,
execution.
Execution is
Alright,
playable
you're
now
a
with like
move,
the
switch it
P5 stuff. Like, it's actually a reasonable deck if you can win your coin flips.
I mean, yeah, I believe that, but like,
But
I don't know. I guess
I agree that
don't-
Execution becomes better, but I don't think it becomes like... It doesn't become better than, say, Joker Navi. So, again, like...
that's true. Akinari is just kind of an obnoxious card. I guess that's really all it is.
It's feel bad. That's all it is. It feels bad.
I definitely. Well, I guess overall, I just keep Rest in Flower Garden. Maybe not even Flower Garden. Just keep Rest. Like Rest is actually relevant. That's probably like the most relevant ban card right now.
Maybe Action Common, actually, now that I think about it.
Wait,
Nah,
But
nah,
but I,
dude,
What?
Shin-Chan's not going to become relevant.
yeah, see Shin-Chan has this issue with Action Mask is that like you have to splash green and like
Yeah,
green is
that's-
literally green is literally
Dude,
unplayable.
What do you mean? You just play 4 Action Mask in level 1.
Wow.
But, like-
that's skill.
Easy.
I mean, should Junio be unbanned?
No, Junior
Okay,
should
yeah,
stay
maybe-
banned.
maybe
so,
not, maybe
so
not.
Junio Rest. Keep those. Everything else is fine. I think.
I don't know why the Haruhi cards are on here.
Well,
Haruhi,
the Haruhi.
Well, okay,
the one
Emo
card
Swing,
is
Emo
there-
Swing is like actually a really, really good
Yeah.
card. The problem is that Haruhi
yeah,
has
but
Haruhi has a-
okay, yeah, but it's a really good card, right? Okay, it's a
Yeah. I honestly think that if you unbanned Emo Swing, Haruhi would probably like
Be
rise
playable.
2 tiers.
Oh no, it would be go to playable tier from Malaysia tier. Like, oh shit.
Okay, well that's just Bushiroad being bad and not wanting to unban it because they think it pluses too hard. But in a deck that doesn't
Yeah,
do
but like,
enough,
have you seen the fucking PDF
Hold on.
event?
well, no,
have you
don't get me
have you
wrong.
seen-
Okay, hang on. And to be fair, I think that card is I think that swing is better than the Miku event. I think it pluses
I
harder.
don't think the swing is better than the Miku event.
Really, I think the swing just gives you more.
I think they're
Because
comparable.
the swing is a stronger raw plus, but the Miku event is like
That's
broken
true.
on several
The
levels.
Miku event could potentially just whiff what you wanted to grab though. Which
I
I,
mean,
think
Yeah,
is
but
something.
you also just grab a card for free. You
Well,
Yeah,
no,
yeah,
the
like-
card is stupid.
Card,
but, like-
card quality is different to raw plus. That's the thing.
True.
And like the benefits you get from the Miku event like far outweigh that.
I
Like-
don't. But Bushi will never unban the other event though. That's fact.
What the
won't.
linking
The
linking what's his
anti-climax.
face? Yeah.
whatever. Nobody splashes blue anyways.
Wait, what? In Haruhi, what do you mean? Blue is actually like relevant.
Aliens.
No, no one splashes it. You either build mono blue or you build
Wait,
red SOS.
wait.
No, you built.
Wait.
Flash.
Okay. You do splash
did.
blue. You do splash blue in Haruhi because the comeback campaign field counter card is actually a good card, and you want to be
Yeah.
playing it.
Oh really?
Like, I don't think it's a
Yes.
mandatory card to play, but I think you definitely should.
It's not mandatory, but it's something that you want.
I mean,
and
like
then
the only
if
mandatory card that's blue is like the Ricky.
It's Riki.
Yeah.
But yeah, you
It's so
also
like,
have the Riki.
yeah, so okay,
So-
so if the event is unbanned, it gives you more incentive to want to play the field counter because your blue splash will go from potentially 8 to potentially 10.
You know,
Yeah,
like
that
how
card-
many of
That
these
event
cards
count
can
is
be
actually
fixed?
obnoxious.
Like, I think all of these cards could be fixed if Bushiroad embraced like the concept of like errataing broken stuff. Like, I get maybe some people
I
don't
think
want that to
no,
happen.
I think errataing in this kind of game is like,
it's not. It's not healthy. Like
It's like it's not. This game isn't like Magic. Oh no, Magic isn't even errata.
Magic doesn't errata. Like the only
What
like
game actually errata?
errata only works in games
Yu-Gi-Oh?
that have legitimately unlimited card pools, where the card pool is constantly viable. But the problem with what Bushiroad does is Weiss Schwarz is because the game naturally power creeps by design. The entire card pool is not viable. Like, when was the fucking last time you saw Kanan top? Right? Like, when was the last time you saw someone play fucking Girl Who Leapt Through Time? Like,
Did Kanan top even when Kanan was like
No.
new?
no.
Kanan was never good, even when it came
That's what
out.
I thought.
Like, here's the thing. Like, it's no fault of theirs, but the game just isn't like compared to Yu-Gi-Oh, right? I think Yu-Gi-Oh is the only game I can think of that actively erratas cards, and that's because
Force of Will did too, but that game sucks.
yeah,
So.
like Force of Will is whatever. Like the thing about Yu-Gi-Oh is that they try and push the fact that your legacy
They
card
will.
pool is constant. So like, you know, it's fucking like they recently just unbanned Monster Reborn, right? Like
That's lit as fuck.
no, let's not get into that discussion right now. But like you get the idea. Like you can't do that with Weiss. Like what's Bushiroad gonna do? Suddenly try and be like, oh yeah, by the way, we errated like these 3 Katana Gatari cards. Now they're broken.
How do you even errata like
No,
some broken cards?
I didn't mean like. Okay, you can easily errata like if you go down the list, right? You can go like, okay, Junio, remove the hexproof clause. They give
then
it
the card's just mediocre.
Yeah, like then
okay.
it's-
Okay, but
sure,
then
like-
it goes from unplayably banned to mediocre playable.
But are you gonna play it?
But then that
That's
defeats the
thing.
point of removing from the ban list.
Yeah, like you were only playing it because it did it while being hexproof. If it's not hexproof, then nobody cares anymore because you can just like pop it with railgun or something. Nobody fucking cares.
Yeah, but then you're playing against Railgun.
But railgun's a good deck. Anyhow,
Railgun's
other than that,
actually
like,
good, yeah.
Like these cards, you errata them and all of a sudden they're bad. What about the choose?
What about
four and-
Kome? Like, how are you gonna errata Kome?
Yeah. You're gonna give it the
Make
shit
it on
kimono fans
death.
version? Yeah, that's shit. That's literally garbage.
And then there's
Make-
there's no point playing it. Like that doesn't solve anything.
That's what they did in Yu-Gi-Oh though.
Yeah, but Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah, and then Yu-Gi-Oh sucks. That's the point.
Yu-Gi-Oh errated some cards like the pendulums or whatever, and they were still playable because they just errated them slightly to make them not broken but playable. I feel like Weiss is a game where these cards have to be the effects they are, and if you try to change it to make them weaker, you potentially just make them bad, like straight up just bad.
Like here's the thing about Yu-Gi-Oh, right? If you bring up like Yu-Gi-Oh erratas, I think of 2 cards that have been recently errated in Yu-Gi-Oh, and they both went from being forbidden / restricted to 1 to now having been completely unrestricted because they're trash. And those are Witch of the Black Forest and Future Fusion. Like that's the only way
But
to
what
fix.
about what about Imperial Order? Like if we're gonna go on about this now.
Okay then. Okay.
'Cause Imperial Order got errated and that card's still broken.
Wait, no, but that's one of the exceptions. But Yu-Gi-Oh is a game where it can actually get away with doing that. Because there's the card pool and how things can work with each other. But all of a sudden, like look at Marika, right? Look at how they tried to errata Marika in English. Now that card's actually fucking hot garbage. And that was their attempt at an errata.
So the thing with Weiss is that effects are very black and white. Like you look at a card and you can instantly tell you can instantly tell what role it will play in the deck and if it'll be good or not in said role. Since you guys are talking, like, I don't know Yu-Gi-Oh, but since you guys are talking about Yu-Gi-Oh, like cards aren't black and white.
No.
Like a card can be released and it'll be absolutely shit, and then it can get support later and it's broken. Am I wrong?
No, that's completely correct.
Yeah, you can't do that in Weiss. You can't release a shit card.
Weiss, Weiss. Weiss
Actually,
doesn't
probably
have
won't be a
that.
shit
Like they even tried that with the
Exactly.
power up packs, and like look at Kill la Kill.
Yeah.
It's like nice. It's
I
just
think
slightly
Kill la
better.
Kill became. I think Kill la Kill became notably better than it was. To be fair, still not good though.
No, but
I mean,
Kill la
no,
Kill-
I think Kill la
the
Kill
pub-
is good, but it's
the pub didn't make old cards that were bad
Yeah,
good.
okay, you know, it just
Like anti-heal
invalidate.
was always a good card. The issue was Berserker Ryoko was fucking hot garbage. So by giving it another version that was playable, it made anti-heal in turn playable.
Okay, I see what you mean. Yeah,
Right? It's like because
they're not
Weiss,
fixing cards. They're just giving us better ones.
because Weiss is black and white, you can't like errating doesn't work.
literally
Because,
black and white.
because,
by the way,
because like you'll just switch the spectrum. You'll like an errata will just either make it still amazing or absolutely garbage. It won't like change the card's application.
I think the issue with like taking the ban list into consideration for adjustment is that you also have to consider the fact that a lot of these bans aren't due to power.
Yeah, they're due to representation, which is also a big problem with Weiss banning.
Right, like that's a wholly separate issue. But like, here's the point: if you try and like straight up kill the ban list through retroactive errata, all you're going to end up doing is bringing more representation to these sets because people are going to try and make them work again, but with worse effects. And it's just going to be like the exact same situation, but worse.
But that's okay. That's the fault of Bushiroad, though.
Sure.
Like hypothetically, if they were to go ahead and do this, hopefully, you know, they'd start banning cards based on being like broken, as opposed to, oh, you know, 60% of our players are playing fucking Cinderella Girl.
I feel like Bushi doesn't play their own game enough to realize we need to ban based on what's strong. They're just like, this is unhealthy that, you know, Sunshine is getting a 70% play rate and top rate at events. Maybe we should just ban this. When I don't really think Sunshine needed a ban. I think Sunshine was fine. I think Japan just had a hard
Sunshine
on for
is
it.
actually a very good deck. Like, I don't know if you've ever played it. Like, there's a lot of people that play it very often at my locals, so I play at least once every month.
Worthy though?
I wouldn't. Okay, I agree. It's not ban worthy. But
would you say Sunshine is a top 3 deck?
No, of course not. Of course not.
Then why does it? Then why does it need to be banned?
But the point I'm trying to make is that this 70% play rate that Sunshine has, you can't just say it's just down to like idle trash being popular. The deck is actually good. So like,
I hope good decks see play rate. I mean, I do agree. I think Sunshine had too big of a play rate.
But here's the thing: I personally okay. Maybe I'm spoiled by Magic, or like maybe Magic has ruined me. But I'm okay with the concept of sculpting a meta through bans. That concept does not bother me.
I think it's fine. I just think saying, well, this deck is being banned when there's maybe a better deck to ban. But we're banning this one because it just gets played more because people like this one.
Okay, in that case, like, do you think that there is just rewind to like a month ago, do you think there is a deck that should have been banned instead of Sunshine?
No, I actually don't think there's anything that actually needed to be banned right now. Okay, Attack on Titan, sure. Yeah,
I don't think Titan needs to be banned. I think Titan's
not in Japanese.
Debatable.
I think in English it is a bigger problem, but it won't get banned in English because English doesn't have a ban list. I don't think English is ever gonna have a ban list.
You can make an argument for Attack on Titan, and I also think you can make an argument for Kimono Friends.
What are you gonna ban?
I think you could make an argument for Kimono Friends. You would have to ban Kaban.
Yeah,
but here's the thing:
if you ban Kaban, then the set is irrelevant. The set becomes actually hot fucking garbage.
Here's the thing: I think the argument for banning Kimono Friends is that it restricts your design space, and I think personally, I think that's a bad thing to have for a card game.
Is having one deck that beats out really meta decks like that much of a problem? It's not like they're printing the Cabana effect in like every other set.
It's not a problem, but the fact is,
they can't print burn ones anymore.
Like Kaban just by existing promotes like an unhealthy play environment.
Have you seen how many burn 2 cards have come out since made? It's crazy.
But I feel like I don't know. I think it just comes out that because Kimono Friends is better than like the anti-burn decks like Log Horizon and Charlotte, that it instantly feels more stifling because it's actually in like a playable set. Right? What if imagine like AOT got an anti-burn. All of a sudden, and it's a good anti-burn. Like, let's say just Kaban that just stops burn, right? Then all of a sudden, is burn broken?
No. Okay. The thing with anti-burn is like it's universally agreed that anti-burn is one of the most broken effects in Weiss. Like no one can disagree with that. Anti-burn is fucking ridiculous. The issue
fundamentally with comes from how the card game is designed. Like this game is designed around damage dealing autos.
Because restanding is garbage. And clock kicking is okay.
Mediocre.
Yeah. It used to be okay. It's bad now because they've designed cards in such a way that you can get around clock kick easily.
Back in the day, before Kimono Friends was a thing, we used to have this joke about anti-burn, which went, what if anti-burn was in a good set? And hey, look, anti-burn's in a good set right now.
I mean, but at least there's like, at least it doesn't like Kaban doesn't stifle every deck. I mean, the deck is good, but like, I don't think Kimono Friends is that good against like like anything that isn't a burn one, right? Obviously, because it doesn't stop them.
I mean, like, if you actually
But-
banned Kaban, Kimono Friends would still be a good deck. It just wouldn't
I don't
be
think it
like
would.
that.
No,
good.
it
I really
wouldn't.
don't think
I
it
think
would.
it would. I think it would. Like, it would just be not as
What
good
is
as it currently is.
What does it have for a top end? It's gonna have Toki. It's gonna be able to run Toki, so it's probably gonna run more red, right? Because Serval's fucking garbage because restanders are bad.
Yes.
But
They will burn one
the thing about Kimono is where does your consistency go? Because you not only lose your anti-burn, you then proceed to lose a Ricky, and you lose, if you're wanting to play Serval, then you lose one of your 2 total targets in the entire set that go to memory.
You have to start playing the shitty Porcupine Ricky instead.
No. That's not even the thing though. It's literally the fact that it actually kills Serval as a finisher too. Like Sin just said, it literally kills it. Because all you have is the shitty beater Serval. It doesn't even guarantee it goes to memory, mind you. It's maybe goes to memory, but not always.
Oh, that's true.
And I think does the Serval that goes to memory, does it work if you hit the paper airplane?
Yeah,
Yes,
it does.
it checks
Okay.
for everything.
Okay, so eight misses in a deck, right? Unless you're running like fucking like Hearthfire or something and you're bad. But yeah, so there's 8 misses in the deck, so it's not even guaranteed, and you're being forced to run 4 of a mediocre card. Or at least now you have 8, and you can rely on Kaban to be at least a guaranteed one time. Like, granted, yes, I understand anti-burn 1 is fucking gay. It makes bunnies bad. It makes cancel burns bad. It literally just fucking shits on Yami.
I think also, like,
What
the
about
prevalence of, like,
Monogatari? What about Monogatari?
I think
Monogatari is dead with or without Kaban, so
the
nobody cares.
prevalence of, like, burn 2s to sort of counter Kaban, I think is also unhealthy for the game. Because as Ryan said earlier, like, the game is now
Burn
faster.
2 is
The
the
game's now all about just, like, doing your shit better with better numbers.
Yeah.
And burn 2 is just better than burn 1. And that's...
Oh yeah, burn 2. I'm pretty sure burn 2 is like actually the best number to burn.
Burn 2 isn't always better than Burn 1.
No. But I'm saying
Per
like,
se, it depends.
but in more scenarios, you'd rather have a burn 2 than a burn 1.
Like,
Burn 1's just good when you're trying to like nudge that last.
you're
point.
talking. Are you talking about like specifically a single Burn 1 or just Burn 1 in general? Because
No,
like
I'm
multiple
saying,
instances of Burn 1 are extremely
No.
powerful.
We're talking about
I'm
single burn 1.
A single burn 1
Yeah,
versus
yeah.
a single burn 2. The
Yeah, Burn 2
are
is a better number. Okay.
Like,
Okay.
if you,
But if you
like,
yeah,
compare
we're talking
fucking,
about
like...
Kaleidoscope, like
No, the Kaleidoscope's not a good number to compare, like... Compare, like,
or
Yukina...
Yami.
Compare Yukina
Arl.
to, like,
Oral.
Yeah, sure. Compare Yukina to Arl.
Yo, Yukina's. I think Arl's better for closing out a game, but Yukina's better for getting that push that people don't expect.
Exactly.
Yukina has
Yukina
more
will-
reach.
Yeah, that's the word. Yukina can close out a game from like 2-4. Arl
Yeah,
has to basically. Your opponent has to be at 3.
It's not even that, like,
Arl's
all
probably
is
never
that, like, if
killing-
your opponent's at 2-4, all is actually bad. Like, Yukina is almost never bad. That's the thing.
But yeah, Arl has those situations where it'll close out the game, whereas Yukina just starts overburning, and it's like fuck. But regardless, I still think
2 is almost never an overburn though. 2 is only an overburn if your opponent's at 3-6.
I don't. I still think it's fine. I think Kaban should not be banned. Maybe I don't know. Maybe put Kaban on a restriction list.
With what?
Dude, I
No,
don't fucking know.
you don't have to. Okay, if you want to put on a restriction list, make it limited to 2.
That's fine. I'd be fine with that. Make it harder to find. But even then, you're probably just gonna dig for it regardless, because Kimono actually has ways to dig and grab their card.
Right, but
But-
playing Kaban at like if you're like say that you like lose your Kabans early, right? Being forced to play one of your 2 Kabans at level 2 sucks way more than playing Kaban at 0.
Yeah, but you're still gonna do it.
Right.
If it means the difference between you winning and losing a game, you're still gonna do it.
I
That's
mean,
not the
okay,
point.
do you think if we, like, retroactively errated Kaban to be, like, an actual Ricky, i.e. level 1 or below, not just any friend's character, do you think that would, like, make it more okay?
No,
I don't think that
No,
matters.
it'll be the point of it is the fact that it goes to memory and has cancel burn 1 on a tutor.
I don't
Think of
think
it-
Whether
pretty
the tutor's
sure that-
1 or lower or anything is still broken.
Kaban rarely searches for anything above level 1 anyway.
Think of it this way: if you're playing Kimono, what are you grabbing with Kaban? You're grabbing your Dolphin,
You're grabbing
or
Dolphin,
like if
you're
you play
grabbing the
Magro, you're
Brainstorm,
grabbing Magro, or your
you're grabbing the
Brainstorm.
Magro. That's
So,
the
like-
only things you're grabbing.
Like you're still 90% of the time going to be grabbing your your level 1 game anyways, even if you're already at level 1, because they're just the cards you want to be having, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, so that doesn't change anything.
Like the only situation where like grabbing a friend's character is more impactful than a level 1 or lower is if you're at level 2 and like you missed your command and you're just doing it to get the anti-burn set up before level 3, and then you would grab a level 3.
Serval restander if you're running that. Like sometimes you have to just do it just to set up a serval restander, even if there's nothing you want to search per se. Because that's part of the condition. Is that is the only card that you can guarantee put in memory 100% of the time.
Yeah, but then as we've said, like for the 5th time now, serval restand is just bad.
Well, yeah, it is bad, but people are gonna run it because it's like, with Kaban, it's like the only actual finisher option.
Power of Smile was broken, Kappa. Serval's Power of Smile, but she heals, Kappa.
Yeah.
Hey, you're not wrong.
But
Right.
I mean, you're kind of wrong.
Look,
like,
I think the
Power
only
Smile
reason
wasn't CXC restricted.
would being able to run the Toki finisher.
Wait, did you just say
actually
Power
make
of
the difference?
Smile? Did you just say Power of Smile wasn't CXC restricted?
It isn't, is it? I think it's not.
No, it combos
it
with the
is.
Stock Soul.
Yeah.
No, it combos with the pants trigger.
No, it
it's,
comes-
it's a climax. I don't know what climax it is. It's
The only thing that combos with the pants is the level 2.
Oh,
It
wait,
combos it combos with the Stock Soul.
oh right, yeah, okay, sure.
the pants is the level 1, isn't it? The whole like.
No, the
No,
pants is the level 2
Pants
combo.
is your level 2. You play the Pants because it's the second name climax for your Brainstorm
Oh
5.
right.
The pants does really nothing other than getting you your Stock Soul.
No, the Pants plays the role that it's the other hit target for your Brainstorm.
Yeah, you
That's
use it to
the-
get your
that's the
Stock Soul.
role of it.
You trigger it and get your Stock Soul. Alright, anyway, back to Komodo Friends.
Well, let's-
I feel like
Yeah.
we spent way too much time. I think we should
Let's-
get going.
So should we just move on to Nisekoi?
I just want to before Nisekoi, I just want to bring something up.
Yeah.
Like I think it's really late about bringing cards off the ban list. I don't think Cyril should ever come off the ban list.
What does
Okay,
Cyril do? I don't
what
know
does Cyril do?
I think Cyril can come off the bat. So Cyril is a 1-0
No, see-
climax combo with a book, I think it is. It's either a book or a 2k1 or something stupid. Like it's
Okay. Who cares what the climax is? What does it do?
I mean, it matters.
Wait, it
Anyhow,
might not.
what
It
is
might not be a
okay?
climax combo. It might not. I don't remember. Well, no,
What is it?
she's on low powered 1-0 that when your opponent cancels, pay to heal.
Okay.
So Cyril was banned back in the day because Cyril was used as a way to stall games and make games run into time. So like having Cyril on the board introduced this dynamic of playing Shining, where every time your opponent canceled, you could spend 5 minutes thinking if you wanted to pay 2 or heal.
Okay.
Oh, that's
And then they were
that's
they were
toxic
having
behavior.
they
There
were
was
having
actually like one guy in I think it was Taiwan
I think I read about that actually.
who like he
That's fair.
like the time was called and his opponent was on 3.1 and he was on like 2.1, and when the game ended in a draw, they were both on like 3.0.
like yeah, so like Cyril wasn't banned because she's broken. She was banned because of that interaction, and like
That's
because
fine. I
that's
think-
the reason why she was banned. I don't think she would ever come on ban.
Okay,
Alright, I agree.
I think that cards that mess with like the game, like the gameplay itself, like that's fair. That those should be hit. Like
Fair enough,
that's
fair
like that's like what like that's like the victory. That's like Victory Dragon in Yu-Gi-Oh. I understand.
Alrighty, Mr. Max Rarity Nisekoi man, do your thing.
So like
All right,
I
Ben.
thought
Why
I'd
is
be-
Nisekoi broken now?
I thought I'd be happy with the 2-1s coming off, but ever since Raku got unrestricted, the deck's kind of been a mess. So, like,
Actually,
So we've been living with a 3-choose-1 of Free Refresh, Pendant, and Raku for a while, and everyone was
No,
okay, happy
You don't,
playing.
wait. You don't mean 3 choose 1. You mean play Pendant, Raku, and Kosaki are banned.
Yeah, okay, sure, yeah. So like, we were happy with that. You know, we played our yellow pendants and our blue pendants, and like, tried to set up a decent game. We had a decent 1-0 beat stick. We played stock souls because like we had to stock bond for our events. And like, you know, the deck wasn't good, but I never felt bad playing it. And then the moment Raku came off, I immediately felt bad about putting in 1-0 Maricas, oversizes, and playing Blue Pendant again. And I don't know
because
why.
they're not consistent.
And like, even to this day, I still feel bad about that.
No, good. It's because the 1-0 Maricas. It's like sure it's a free 7k beater with the Raku, but like it feels the same thing with like the one in a Konosuba. It feels so bad having your beater being reliant on keeping something else on the field. Like it feels literally awful.
No, but like having Raku on the field doesn't matter because you want to play him because you need to play your pendants, and then he's a global, so you want him to stay.
Well,
No, but here's the thing, right?
Him...
You're not always gonna play Raku. You're almost always no, you are always gonna play a pendant. Like that's the difference.
Because sometimes you want to hold your Raku so you can actually bond into a pendant.
Like here's the big thing though. The big thing is that it makes your level 1 game monocolor. I think that's
the best part about it. That's literally the best part.
Right. And like Nisekoi was never a deck that like struggled with that aspect because you were happy to just like level red, go up to 1-0, slam your Suiciders, pray that you cancel so you can actually do your combo next turn. That's not the problem. Like I still believe...
How are you doing your combo if you played Suiciders?
Well, you can say no bomb, by the way.
Yeah,
exactly.
You can just reject the bomb.
So like,
okay,
I believed then, and I still believe now that yellow is actually a very, very strong splash for the deck. Like when I first built, like I think when the restriction first hit for Nisekoi, I experimented with 4-gate, 4 yellow 2k1s with the diary top end like as the next best thing. And that was fucking abysmal. I'm not gonna pretend it wasn't. But here's the thing, like the more I played and the more I experimented, yellow is actually good. Because you've got the 2-1 swimsuit Chitoge, which keeps your early play Onoderas alive, and then you can splash for like 1 or 2 of the 3-2 shot Chitoge, which is good for closing out games alongside the Marika. But here's the thing. Early play Onodera just isn't good anymore.
Okay, no. She's still a good card. It's just
she is a good card.
Not...
The card itself is good, but what the deck does is not good anymore. Like
yeah, well, like it used to be good because you could dump your resources in, and then you would expect that you'd get a return off of them. It's the same issue with Skynobu. You used to be able to play it and expect that it would live and you'd make your money back. But like now you just play on Onoderas and they're not. You have no expectation for them, so you don't know if you're going to make your resources back.
Like here's the thing. Like even by the time that the EB came out, the game was like trying to push itself away anyway. Because like okay, you play your early play Dera, it's a 10-5 base. You play your 2-1 Chitogen swimsuits. Your Onodera is now 12-5. You play your 1-0-1-5 vanilla backup. Give the extra 500 from the swimsuits Chitoge. Congratulations. Your Dera is now 14-5 on the defense. Like, TP doesn't give a shit about that. Monogatari doesn't give a shit about that. Kantai kinda doesn't give a shit about that. So like, what are you doing at that point?
The relevant decks don't care.
Yeah, like, what are you doing? Like, you search for what? You search for the Marika that you already salvaged with the 1-0 climax combo. Good job. Like, it used to be okay because you'd be like, oh yeah, like, I'll free refresh, and then I'll search my newly free refresh deck. But now, like, even with that back in now, it just feels like, what am I doing? Like, you rest...
Also, back in the day, what other deck could drop 2 early plays and laugh?
Fair.
Or 3, because the game was slower. No other deck could do that. I don't even think it was efficiency. I don't think any deck could drop 2 or 3 early plays without trying, other than Nisekoi.
Yeah, because the early play conditions is abysmal.
It's not it's not the fact that the condition's abysmal. It's the fact that you only needed 1 Onodera to have 3.
Okay, true.
Because she searches.
Yeah.
Yes.
But search just isn't that good anymore because like the deck still has good consistency without it.
Yeah, but you're not gonna drop the Onodera because because what are you gonna replace it for?
But no, exactly. Like that's the point. Like, if you play the Onodera and you have nothing to search for, why are you playing the Onodera? Why are you wasting 2 stock?
Yeah, I feel like you're gonna do it you're still gonna just multiple early play because it's all you have.
Like, it's not like Pendant where, you know, like, even though this Pendant isn't really that great right now, I need to invest the stock because I need it to America. Like, that's a fine trade-off. But, like, playing the free refresh, like, I could play the free refresh and, you know, get a minor plus the board and then have this 9-5 to swing with. And it's still, like, very underwhelming.
I really don't think actually thinking about it, the free fresh didn't really actually do much for the deck except make it harder with what you want to play. Like, it's actually worth playing the card.
I mean, like, it was okay, like, back then, because any
But
plus.
back then, Nisekoi was like the best though.
Yeah, like
So it didn't
because
matter.
back then decks couldn't plus literally for free.
You could you outvalued, but now you can't outvalue because, like we said, everything just runs over it.
Yeah,
Maybe you save one Onodera, but then if you only played 2 or 3 of them, the other 2 are just dead probably.
like I
Or they just
honestly think
manage to
like
counter.
Onodera's probably the worst playable free fresh right now.
What is the effect? What is like the effect
I
on
don't
the
think
Onodera?
that. I think the draw one is like hella good. The draw on is like
Onodera is like
two.
217k
Onodera
on play,
isn't-
free refresh if 5 or less, draw a card, and then the second effect is startup, rest 2 of your characters. This gains 2/5.
This
See,
game's
no,
2/5.
no,
Oh no, give
Buff a
someone
character.
2/5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's 2.
Wait,
cards.
so-
Is it two, yeah,
so
2K,
wait.
2K, 2K.
So wait, what's
There
wrong with
isn't
that? Like opposed to any other
Well,
like
look,
issue-
one.
Okay, compared to the other
issue-
3,
ReZero is
the
probably
issue
the best
is-
refresher.
The issue
Yeah,
isn't Onodera. The issue is the deck doesn't have a way to actually
Complement it.
abuse it.
Yeah.
yeah, like compared to the other like 3
Like-
major free refreshers, compare it to Vento, compare it to Felt, and compare it to what's his name, the other one. What's the other one? that
The
Felt
guy in Fate, Archer.
Yeah, that's it.
Elia as well.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, Ellie is.
like compared to
all of
those.
those-
Vento.
All of those decks have a way to actually abuse their free fresh like efficiently and make value out of it. Nisekoi doesn't. Like, Nisekoi still has this issue that it had back in the day. It doesn't have a mill option that isn't costed. It doesn't have a way to control its deck without blowing all of its resources. So like having a free fresh doesn't matter when you can't actually get it off without wasting your
Yeah,
resources for it.
like me and Ryan were
And
playing
then
yesterday, and I just free freshed 3 times in the game because it was just free as fuck.
Ryan and I.
Ryan, shut the fuck. I don't English. Leave me alone. But yeah, we were just playing, and I free freshed 3 times. Granted, he was playing Cat, so the deck was already fucking irrelevant as it was.
You're talking about ReZero, right?
Yeah, because Felt's the best free fresher in my opinion.
Yeah, it is
In the game
100%.
But it was literally just the freest thing ever because it's so easy to actually manipulate ReZero's deck and force it to 5 from like an absurd number of cards.
So this is kind of off topic. Is Felt actually better than Louise? I think Louise is still the best free fresh in the game.
What is
Which
Louise
one's
do?
Louise?
Oh yeah,
Zero
Is
Zero
Tsukaima
knows.
one?
Okay, it's a 2175 from Zero no Tsukaima. When you so you put your deck into your waiting room, salvage any character, and then free fresh, and then she has Encore Phase, pay 1, ditch 1, change into a 3/2 healer.
Okay.
okay,
Well,
that
Felt is the best
on
playable.
its, yeah, on its own that card is broken, but Louise like is not playable. So
Zero Tsukaima itself is not playable, so
I
therefore.
wish Zero no Tsukaima
relevant.
was playable.
But yeah, so Felt is the best playable free fresh in the game currently.
Mm-hmm.
like
The value
like,
you
here's the
get
thing,
off
like,
the chain and
between
everything is just so high.
it's like Felt is number 1 the best, then Vento, and then
What does
there's
Vento do? What I don't even know what Vento is.
Vento's just a
Vento-
217k on play free refresh draw, and then gains
No,
500.
Vento's 9K.
Oh, she's 9k, right?
Yeah, it's not it's a 7K, but it's 9K because it has 500
Yeah,
for every other
other
magic.
character, right?
What's it
It's
again?
magic, not character.
Wait, what set is it
So-
from?
Index.
It's from Index.
It's index
Okay.
index power up pack.
And like,
Oh, okay, I don't know
Combat.
what that is then.
And
Okay.
and the reason that's good for Index because Index is the deck that just wants to like stall the game and then just loop heals and then just punch you really hard.
win through not dying.
It wants to
Exactly.
fist you with Toma.
But yeah, so yeah, overall the Kosaki one just doesn't do enough for the deck itself. It's just like it's there. It's cool to have. You're still probably gonna end up running it because
I might drop down to
I mean,
1, honestly. Like,
It's
the
still
more I
like a
think
good
about it.
card.
I was thinking about 1 because I think 1's all you really need because you can just search if you want it. Maybe you play the Onoderas and you search it out or something, and free fresh.
But
Going
even then, like,
Onodera
that's
into
still a bad
Great.
line of play because if you
That is
Onodera
Going
for it,
going Onodera into a free fresh is fucking awful.
it's
Yeah,
so
but are you gonna
bad.
have to? Are you
Because then
gonna
when you
do it
free
if
refresh,
you
you're not
can?
even compressed. Like,
That's
if you-
that's a losing play. I wouldn't do that actually.
I would not do that.
I don't know. I feel like it's one of the only. Like, when are you gonna get it then? You brainstorm for it. All of a sudden, you're uncompressed, right?
I mean, there are times like when you hit like a
You're always the thing is,
random, like you hit like a brainstorm that's like randomly more than you thought it would be, or you could get it off like the top check.
Yeah,
maybe,
but
like,
inconsistent.
Yeah,
But like that's just the thing though. Like no matter what you do, Onodera is just not gonna be a compressing free refresh.
Yeah, you play
You
just
wanna-
because you play just because you can, I guess. That's just what it comes down
So
to.
so you know what the theme of this entire ban list discussion is?
What?
Everything
Nothing
that
changed
everything got unbanned is a relic of the past.
Yep, pretty much.
Back in the day, like all these downsides we're talking about weren't actually like as impactful because the game was slower. Like now the game is faster, so like that actually like this stuff actually matters.
Feels bad
Yeah.
that my only modern deck is Kisniver.
Dude, Kisniver is sick.
Don't you have Bang Dream?
I have Afterglow.
Just
Oh,
modern.
I don't have Yukinas in it.
It's modern.
Oh.
It's still modern.
Mm,
It's not good modern, but it's modern.
it's
All
fine.
right, let's go to Sunshine.
I believe in
because-
Apocrypha to save our lives.
'cause I think
Oh,
Sunshine's the
yeah.
only like relevant
Baby,
thing
I
that
can't
happened.
wait to talk.
Sunshine is...
All right. So the only actual ban on this ban list was the one set nobody saw coming. You can go on Facebook, check all the threads. No one guessed it. Sunshine got a 3-choose-1. Oh baby.
That was harsher than I thought it would be. To be fair, I was expecting to choose. Two,
Alrighty. Let's look at
let's
look at this ban list.
I want to start by
Let's
talking
look
about
at it.
Kanan, because the thing about Kanan, like I remember who was it like?
That
Yu-
card's
Wait.
actually hella good.
It was like
Here,
Yue
one
or
sec,
something.
one-
We were like a few
one-
months
one
ago. It
sec,
was like,
one sec.
why is this guy playing Kanan? And then suddenly
One-
everyone's playing Kanan.
One sec.
Alright,
Okay. Real quick. The ban list 3-choose-1, 2-1 Rico, the clock condition early play, the really broken tap bitch salvage free
Yeah.
thingy mabob.
Positive
0-0 the 0-0 Kanan, which is a Pina
On the
effect,
scry.
and then when it dies you scry, and then your Ruby Azisa, which is an Azisa, but it's under spec, so who cares? Okay, go.
I honestly thought that Mari 1-0 was gonna be hit.
No, I didn't expect the Mario 1-0 because I think the Mario 1-0 is just a good card. I don't think it's actually like a.
No one. Okay. So
I think all of these are just good cards. I don't
no,
think any.
no,
no,
the
okay,
Azusa and
okay.
the Rico were what I expected to get hit because that
Let-
made them-
Let's talk about this for a quick second. Okay, so as we've mentioned before, the ban list is based on representation. Okay, so the only representation stats that actually matter is Japan.
Mhm.
Japan doesn't play Mari
Oh,
because
kill
they
me.
don't do
Correct.
3-color level 1.
Correct.
Like
Kill
in,
me.
Okay,
in,
right,
in
right.
the Chica build, you don't play Mari because you can't splash the blue at level 1.
Oh my
Like,
god, I forgot they play Chica too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
never
Chica's still
mind.
the
So-
Yeah, because they go Chica stock, Soul Slam 3 Chicas, drool on yourself, so you have 6 stocks for level 3.
and not even that. Like
For
Japan,
two.
Japan doesn't even play the change for the Ruby. Like they don't play the 2/2. They just
No,
play
I don't
Yeah,
think
they-
nobody plays.
think
the
anybody
two,
does.
do they?
Some people do. Some people tech like the 2-soul engine instead, which is a reasonable,
but
choice.
That's not. I don't think that's irrelevant, like to this discussion.
No,
Yeah.
sure, but like,
Yeah,
I'm saying like
That's not the norm.
I think that is an option, which
For sure. Yeah,
just, they
but
just don't take. But here's the thing, like
Japan doesn't care about Mari because nobody plays Mari there. Even if we all play Mari here.
Okay, that's interesting.
But we
I
don't-
think
I
Mari's
think-
like crazy.
I think that card's really good. But I think the most blatantly obvious ones were the Azusa and the Rico, because I think those are the only two that really made sense.
Mari isn't crazy in the Chica build because of color.
Yeah, I get that it's not crazy in the Chica build,
like
'Cause
I,
it- yeah, because in
I
two Soul
but
expected
Slam-
the Rico to go on the
I'm
West.
I'm thinking like in a localized perspective of like the West.
sure,
which we can't.
Right.
unfortunately.
So like I just forgot.
but
Right.
then you have to remember, like here in
don't
the
care
West,
about
like
us.
our preferred build is like the fucking coin flip build.
Coin
Is it
flip and two
even?
Soul.
Is it even? Okay. Let's have this real discussion for a second. I know like a lot of like vocal people advocate for 2-soul. Like I advocate for the 2-soul build as well, but like 90% of the people play fucking Chica. Like,
Yeah,
Is that true?
honest
I
to
agree.
God.
Yes, most people play Chica.
Because it's still the most stable thing you have. Yeah.
Well, no, not even that. Most people that play Weiss are also just fucking Japan bandwagoners because they can't
Okay,
accept
let's
the
not-
fact that Japan's garbage.
Let's not talk about that. That's not the point of
Okay.
this. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. The bottom line is like a lot of people
Chica's
play
most
Chica.
played.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So regardless, so it's gonna affect a lot of people here too. The fact that this happened.
Yeah.
It's
You're-
just anecdotal,
But
but
the thing
like,
is,
I
are
don't
they
think
gonna-
I've ever seen a Sunshine deck without Mari.
no. So are they going to? They're probably gonna run Rico, cut the Azusa, and add Mari. That's what I would expect.
So, I think
that
see.
would
I
that
want
would be
to.
the logical play, I think. But
I want to say you're correct, but at the same time, it's hard to tell.
'Cause what's
So
last-
cool.
if we
Mari's on the next list.
if we look at the way the deck was built before the ban list, like the yellow splash was mainly there for Ruby. You didn't play yellow anywhere else. Like
They played Yohane. They played the level 3 Yohane. Like,
What, the Mirror Ticket, the heal combo? That's...
most
they didn't-
most lists played Musashi at
They
a
didn't run
2
the-
of.
Yeah, they
If,
didn't even run the
like,
combo. They just-
Exactly.
Max 2 of only as a Musashi, and then like a few lists played Yoshiko Bounce, but that was a rare tech,
Mhm.
right? So like
Yeah.
removing yellow is like okay, so
Feasible.
we're assuming that Rico's the choice here. So assuming Rico's the choice, removing yellow is feasible, and then you would splash Mari. You could splash Mari's in, and then at 3 you could play Dia healers, right?
Yeah.
But then if
So-
you lose Kanan, you lose an easy access to a blue splash 0.
Yeah, I was just about
Yeah,
to say.
that's the
So
big
if we go along this line of thought, we would have to increase the Dia filter to 4
And that's bad.
because where's the blue?
Yeah.
Like what other okay, well, no, I guess like
Well,
let's
if-
play the Mari beater at
You could
0.
play that. You could play the camera event to make up for Ruby. That's a blue card.
Wow, Cam.
I don't think you're gonna run that.
Okay, so if we're having a serious discussion here, like the only other
Oh.
blue card at 0 that's worth splashing is like
Is
the
the
Mari
beater.
beater.
Isn't there
Yeah,
like
the
isn't
Mario
there,
Kart.
isn't there a mill runner? Or is that...
That's
The Mill Runner's
that's
yellow.
Oh, right, nice.
Yeah, but the Mari, okay, so like the Mari beater is actually good, so I think it's a viable splash. Like splashing blue is viable, but I don't know. I feel like it's just hard to say that that's gonna be the build.
I feel like Rico is going. I can't see them not picking Rico as a choice though.
I mean,
Yeah,
here's
so-
the thing.
Japan
Like,
is
if you,
so reliant
even
on
if you
that
don't
play.
play the Chica Yo end combo, Rico is still a good card on its own.
Yeah.
That's the
It
big
is.
thing. Like, it's a really good card on its own. But here's the other thing. Like, I really
Rico-
like Kanan. I really like the Kanan because, like, this is what I'm gonna go back to. I want to go back to this. Like, I don't remember who it was. It was probably UA or someone. There was like this comment that was floating around about how like, oh, why are you playing this Kanan? Like, what does it do for you? Blah blah
No,
blah.
the card's so good. It really is.
Yeah.
But it's because I think it was good because it saved the double early play. That was the relevant part about it. Was the Chica Yo aren't strong by themselves, so the Yo's just gonna fucking die, and now you have the Kanan to save it. But if you don't have the double early play, I don't think the Kanan's nearly as relevant.
Okay, so to put this conversation and discuss in context, because like I know a lot of people don't understand why Kanan is banned. So basically, the deck played the Kanan for 2 reasons. The first reason was that it was your second best back row at level 1 onward, because it gave you the option of if you were stuck at 1, you could save a Chica and combo again, or if you got to level 2, it was there to save your Yo when you double early played, because you can't actually protect her through power. So like this was how you saved your Yo, right? So having the Kanan in the deck,
You cut out a bit
Yeah.
if you want. We'll keep saying.
Yeah, if you were
something.
saying something.
because it let you recycle things better and do more without blowing resources. Okay, so
Right.
that's
And
why
then-
the card was banned.
So
Okay.
if we go back onto the
That's-
track of Rico is the choice, you play your Rico, you play your early plays, and then
Yeah,
what do
but
you
now
do
you're
because
still-
you don't have Kanan?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, so are we just basically saying you're gonna run the Ruby because without Rico Kanan, then the early play package just sucks anyway?
I mean, are you implying like I don't think so, but are you suggesting that the Rico and the Kanan are symbiotic in some way? Because I don't think
I
that is
feel
the
like
case.
I feel like that's how it feels after having played against and like
That's
just
how a
seeing the deck
lot of
list,
people. That's how a
it
lot
just-
of people treated the deck. So,
because
like, the deck,
the Kanan, like literally the early plays relied on the Kanan to be saved because there was no other really way to save it. And-
the way the deck was treated before the ban list was at level 2 when you did your double early play, your back row would be a Rico and then a Kanan. Like you wouldn't even have a brainstorm anymore. You don't care. And then your third lane that isn't your double early play would be an Azusa to help you mill, or like if you need to mill and control your deck.
So
Right.
they're basically, even if you don't want to accept that I'm pretty sure yes, they are symbiotic. That's just how they've become.
So then, okay, in that case, what happens if you pick the Ruby?
Then you cut the double early play package
You
and
you play 2 soul.
Yeah, you play
So,
the 2 soul.
You just play
and
coin
run
flip.
the-
Just play coin flip with 2 on your hand.
Like I might.
Nah, dude, you play
this
the-
might sound like a meme, but like if Ruby choice is basically saying you're gonna be playing the two soul, because like two soul, like can we all agree two soul is the top two of the Sunshine combos with Chica?
Yeah, but the
Yeah,
Dia
of course.
sucks.
Okay, so we're all in agreement with that. So the reason why Chica was the play over Two Soul was for selectivity. Chica let you pick up your double early play combo pieces reliably to get it every single game. Okay?
Mhm.
So if you choose Ruby, you're saying I'm not early playing because you don't have your condition anymore. So why do you need the selectivity anymore?
That's true. But the other thing about the Chica was also played because it made the faster game double early play more plausible because it's a stock soul. So
The stock soul wasn't actually like relevant.
Really?
Like,
Stock
one
doesn't
of
matter
the-
for your early play because your early play only costs 3
one of-
stock anyway.
Yeah. One of the upsides to your double early play was that it was stock efficient. Like you didn't pay the full 4 stock for it. So the stock actually didn't matter. The only time the stock soul was relevant was when you would stock Yo to pay out when you
Okay,
your
true
next turn
enough,
with
fair
the
enough,
Chica,
fair
right?
Like
Well,
I
the
think
other
you could probably make, like if the ban list wasn't constructed this way, you could like probably make Ruby Two Soul into early play. Like I think that would be, it would be unstable, but I think you could make it work.
But is that worth it when you can just run the Azusa?
Yeah, exactly. That's the point. Like
So
Like,
the
I don't
thing
think
with the
Two Soul doesn't need the double early play. That's like something that's been just talked about a lot. Is Two Soul running the double early play is just a luxury option that it has. It doesn't rely on it, and that's why it's probably the best value. Is Japan gonna run that though?
the Two Soul combo needs the Azusa to turn your meaningless pluses into valuable pluses.
exactly.
It's the same idea as like two lover animals.
Well,
Like,
like,
you
to
would
quote-
flip over a bunch of garbage, and then you'd use that garbage to cycle your combo or like feed your Azusa to actually try to grab something of value. If you play Two Soul, if you play the Two Soul build without the Azusa, you're basically saying, I'm just gonna take a bunch of useless pluses just because it's a plus and not give it any shits.
Yeah, like something like animals, right? They had one of the only reasons that combo was actually good is because it had the Azusa too. The Azusa makes that combo actually relevant. So
Well, I mean, like Azusa is more like the
Azusa's
cherry
so-
on the cherry on top. It's like the real reason why like Bride is actually a ridiculously good combo is because you
save
only
yourself.
had 3 missed targets in the deck.
yeah, the tap counter.
Yeah, only your like you played A+ in triggers, so like even if you flipped the CX, you still actually kept cards in your hand, and then the actual card itself had hand encore. So like I said, you could feed your useless pluses into a looping your combo. It's like the
Yeah,
Azazel was just there
relevant.
as like a luxury thing.
Yeah, overall, I think Japan. I don't think Japan is gonna go with Two Soul as much as I wish they would. And I think they should, but I feel like they're just still gonna want the Chica. I really do. I don't know what they're gonna do, but I think the best choice is Ruby choice into Two Soul and or coin flip. One of the two.
Like to quote Rin, who was quoting someone else, if you take the Ruby choice, you're basically just playing nerfed Monogatari. And I think I do agree with whoever said that originally.
Really, I feel like you're still. But even if you run Two Soul, you're still gonna run the Yo Chica.
I think your deck might be better than Monogatari just because while you have maybe a weaker level 2, you have a much stronger level 3 because you have Yo and you have Musashi.
Is there any scry to replace Kanan in
Mari.
Mario? Oh, is she on play or on death? She's on
On
play.
I'll
play.
play.
So yeah, so at least you have a way to help your Yo, right? Which is one of the things it really wanted.
Yeah.
Because you had Rico and you had the Kanan to check for your Yo before. And now at least you have Mari. You're still gonna play, which at least English plays Mari, so that's not gonna change. The ban list for Sunshine is actually it's pretty rough, to be honest. I would have been really content if it was just Ruby and Rico. The Kanan just kills it pretty hard.
I don't think the ban list actually kills Sunshine.
No, I don't think it
By
kills
the way.
Sunshine. I just think it makes it a lot harder. And it just kind of basically makes it so Chica, I think Chica's a dead combo.
It
I
makes
would
it so
say
the
dead,
deck
like, the card is still-
sucks.
I don't know about that. Like,
I think the
Chica-
deck is still better than
Okay.
Monogatari.
If picking 2-1 Rico is still fine with the Chica because like you still do the same thing. You just are hurting in other aspects. So
Yeah,
like
you're not gonna
you
save it.
can't defend your Yos, and then you don't have you don't have like a ditch out mail out option for like if you're in a dire situation that like Azazel would provide.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed. I mean, I don't know. I feel like the value of the Chica combo was also that since you had Kanan, you could save you saved your Yo, so your Yo could actually stay alive to level 3, and so it had more value. But now it doesn't have that value anymore. So you're early playing a Yo, pushing an extra like 3 damage at 2, which does that really matter all that much?
I think when your end game is like Musashi, I think it does.
Yeah, like.
But the end game wasn't
your end
Musashi,
game.
though.
Your
There
end.
was 2 Musashis. Like, does 2 Musashis constitute as an end game of being a Musashi? Hello?
I think Ryan cut out again.
I think he died, yeah. But I personally don't. I don't consider saying, oh, you run 2 Musashis. That's your end game. No, your end game is still going to be just playing more Yos. And just shoving for more damage. Because that's just realistically how it's going to be.
Yeah, Musashi is what you put in your lanes.
Musashi was a
and get
luxury.
another-
Because it's like, I have it. Let me just play it.
Yep.
So, I think one of the things I really hoped for on this list was a 3-choose-1 between 1-0 Puck, 3-2 early play Rem, and 3-2 Ram.
Really?
That's
You wanted- You wanted 3-0 Ben?
It was a choose 3 between Puck, Rem, and Ram?
Or maybe Roswell, Rem,
think,
and Ram.
I think
Like,
I'd be fine with that. I'd
Yeah.
be fine with Roswell, Rem, and Ram, or I'd be fine with just Ram Puck.
I just wanted to see the Japanese builds get smashed and the Western
but
builds left
see,
untouched.
No, but if you,
Well,
I think if you
We still
do-
play Puck though.
yeah, if
Right,
you do
but
Rem,
like
Ram,
we're not
Puck,
relying
it
on
hurts
Puck.
English.
Like we play it because
I
it's a
think-
good
no,
1-0
honestly,
beta that works with our secondary
But
3-2.
there's nothing. But I think there's actually nothing better to run. Like Puck is actually like even though I only run 2 of it, right? I still rely on that Puck, and I love it as a 2-of. I don't want more, but I don't want less, because I still play Puck pretty often. So that would make me feel really bad too.
If we're talking about like a potential re-0 ban list, I think 2-choose-1 Puck Amelia combo would have actually been a better ban.
That'd have been death.
I think that would have like crushed every deck.
It doesn't.
No,
So like
that
it's
would
like
have felt so bad.
as Jason said, a lot of people in like
You cut out again.
Yeah, you cut it again. Let's wait for him to.
Thanks.
I wanna hear this
Thanks,
thought,
Ryan.
actually.
Yeah. Okay. Sure.
What?
Insert technical difficulties real here.
But dude, I don't fucking know.
Like here's the thing. Like, do you think people would actually have picked Puck over Amelia?
No,
I think
not at
Japan
all.
would strongly consider it.
No, I don't think they would at all. There's literally no better level 1 combo in ReZero.
okay,
Japan's
can
a fan
you-
of-
Well, there's Crush.
No,
Cru-
that is
Well,
nowhere
Cru-
near as good as Amelia. I'm sorry. it's
Crucius
not.
is better, but I don't think Japan knows that Crucius is better.
Okay, can you hear me? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay. Puck Amelia. So like if you made that ban list, it doesn't actually affect the yellow blue deck because yellow blue didn't actually max out and try to crutch on Puck like the red blue list would. And then like a lot of people also don't actually play the Amelia restander anymore. So like
Oh, you mean Amelia Restander, or do
You
you
don't-
mean like the combo Amelia?
no,
Like the
Amelia
1-0 combo.
yeah, I'm ban the Amelia restander. So like my point is that it wouldn't touch the yellow blue deck that we play because we don't care if we lose Puck. Puck is just there as a supplementary beater because we have the space, and that was it. We didn't even play him as a finisher because Amelia Restand isn't actually that good. Like I would rather play additional Felts and additional Reinhardts over the Amelia Restander. It's like I don't care if I lose that.
But then what would you replace on your
But-
level 1 slot then?
No. But the thing is, if you lose, I feel like if you lose the Amelia was actually like a really relevant. The Amelia like Restander, right, is a relevant experience condition for Reinhardt. That is also a blue fix because you don't necessarily want to be giving up your Rems, right? Your Rems are just like if I have to.
Leveling
Ben,
nothing
if
around
you're-
doesn't matter.
No, it
If
doesn't
you're
matter.
wondering-
Like, you'd rather not. Like, preferably would rather not.
if
But
Puck
yeah,
were
that's
to
not
be
the point.
banned, you
What are you
could
gonna replace with?
since
Puck?
you already play blue yellow, right? You can play Crush without the combo.
I don't think you're gonna play Crucial.
I would not play Crush without the combo. I would sooner rather play the fucking.
I will
It's
never put
6K
Crucial
and always
I will-
hits clean stock.
I will never put Crucial in that deck.
I would
That
rather.
card is.
I would rather play the fucking oversized. What's his face?
No, I would rather just play more of the fucking top check filter Amelias.
What, the top two, add one, ditch one?
Yeah.
Jesus. Actually, that might not be, that's actually not bad. I might agree.
Would rather just play more. I only run 2. I'd probably put a third one in and then just put some filler level 0 in, honestly. But like,
also, if we go with my ban list, think about how fucked the red-blue deck would be.
Oh no, the red blue deck
it wouldn't be a real deck anymore, and I just want to see the red blue.
It already isn't. It's already not a real deck.
I feel
it is a real deck. Okay.
Dude, I feel like putting the
I just want to see it die.
So, I think putting the restriction on Puck Ram already kills the red blue deck just as much. Because you're literally giving up your core finisher for a Puck, and is that worth it to them? I don't think so.
Wait, really? I feel like the Japanese people wait, sorry, Rem or Ram?
Ram Puck.
Ram Puck? Ram Puck would do nothing.
Why?
You played Ram more so because you played the gate anyways, and it was a cantrip. It wasn't actually there to try to win the game. Like it being able to try to close out a game better than swings was just supplementary. Like if you choose Ram and Puck, you would just pick Puck and then play empty gates. And the deck still works the exact same as it's intended.
I think I'm just trying to figure out a way to make me not salty because I don't want to lose Puck. I would rather not lose Puck.
I mean, then the solution is just like have a 3-choose-1 of Ram, and like drop salvage suicide or something. Because I would gladly give up that over the Puck. I think that's one of the few cards I think
I would rather give that up. I like that card, but I'd rather give that up.
Like I think the 3 cards that I like less than the Puck in that deck are the drop salvage suicider. I'm not a big fan of the 2-1 Amelia counter. Like
really?
I'm not a fan.
I think it works really well in the deck.
It's good,
but I don't think that'd be something.
I wouldn't miss it. I wouldn't miss it.
Sack counters are kind of irrelevant nowadays.
Exactly.
They're not as impactful as they used to be.
You think about things Japan's gonna care about losing. Are they gonna care about losing the sack counter?
No, of course not. Like, I don't think anyone cares about losing the set counter, and I don't think anyone cares about anti-change, because you have 2-1 Rem on top of that. Like, it's fine.
Yeah, the only thing Japan cares about losing is, like, Puck Rosewall, Amelia, right? Those are probably the 3 things they really care about.
That would be a monstrous ban list.
Well, I don't think they need to... If they ban Puck, I don't think they need to ban Rosewall, to be honest. Or if they restrict Puck, then that's just redundant. Unless they do both together, because I think that hurts Japan a lot, too. Because I think they really crunch on the Rosewall.
If they just go, like, 2-choose-1 of Puck and Rosewall, that probably just kills the Japanese deck already.
I don't think it kills it. I think it hinders it, and at least motivates them to run yellow over red. Because, like, they're literally, their field, isn't it, like, double Rosewall, triple Puck? Or, like, double Puck, 1 Amelia, whatever it is?
No, their field would be Roswell, Amelia, Brainstorm back row, and then they would play 2 Pucks in front of the Roswell, and then their third lane would be Amelia combo for your mill option.
So then there you go. Yeah. And then you instantly remove the Rosewall, then that plan is gone.
Yeah.
Because now you have the same kind of Puck the yellow blue deck has.
Yeah, because then Puck doesn't no longer walls off Chino.
Yeah, Puck hits what, 7k at most?
Well, it's 6-5 base, so like
6-5 base, but 7 if you have the Rem global.
The mill too, yeah, sure.
7-5. I'm pretty sure Gochi can actually beat over a 7-5.
I don't think.
Or at least
how would you get like 7-5? You wouldn't play 2 though, because one of them has to be a brainstorm, right?
No. You have the Amelia Brainstormer. It's defensive global 5.
Oh, that one. I didn't play that.
That's the Amelia Brainstormer that they run.
Oh, right, yeah, they run it. Yeah, the Japanese run it. Yeah, sure.
I mean, I run it too.
When your game plan is sitting on Pucks, the Amelia Brainstorm's a good choice because it's the best Amelia name that complements Puck.
Yeah, and it's the only back row at level 0 that's actually like worth having. But you know, that card is like, it's actually not a bad card, to be honest. I actually find myself playing that card pretty often, even as a 1-of.
I think it's okay. I'm just not. I just don't play it.
I think it's good as a 1-of in yellow blue at least.
Sure.
In that one, obviously they're gonna run more. But yeah, no, I think.
Here's an interesting though. Like, the reason I wanted to bring this up is because I don't think ReZero fundamentally is a deck that deserves to get restricted. Like, it just has the play rate is relatively high, and I think that the deck is probably one of the
right.
Yeah, I think like 3rd or 4th, and it's probably like one of the higher decks.
ReZero was number 2 actually.
No, Sword Art
was number 2.
Sword Art was number 2.
Yeah, like I could find the chart, but I can't even bother.
I guarantee you, Sword Art number 2 it was Sunshine, Sword Art, and then whatever was 3-4. I think it was like ReZero Rewrite were 3 and 4.
I don't know. As long as like Kimono really high up as well.
Oh,
Kimono Rewrite, Sunshine, Sao, and Sunshine.
Like ReZero was like
Top
6th or something. But like
no, it was top 5. I'm pretty sure.
ReZero's like 4th.
But like his
I thought
thing,
Kimono was 4th.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Kimono was 4th.
I don't know. Somebody find the chart. Anyhow, it doesn't matter.
I'll do it later. But anyway, like my point is like, for all the decks with like these super high usages, I honestly think that like ReZero is probably like one of the best of them. Like even to this day, I still probably put ReZero in like top 10 for me. I think. That might be pushing it.
I think ReZero is easily a top 10.
Depending on who you talk to, it's a top 5 deck.
Sure.
Yeah. I love ReZero, and it's probably my favorite deck. But I don't think it's top 5 because I really think the lack of a decent finisher actually crutches the deck pretty hard.
But like, here's the thing: like the deck is very far from needing restriction, like further than Sunshine even.
But I think just to turn off the shitty, like the more I think the red blue is just a toxic deck, right?
Yeah.
Because having a shitty wall for no good reason is stupid as fuck.
Well, like that deck is literally the epitome of Japan. You play a 1/0 wall, you use gates, you play an early play heal, and then you don't do anything.
Wall. Mind you have an 8K wall that's level 2 with a 2K backup. That's costless.
Yeah, and then you just gate your early play heals, whatever.
Yeah, that deck is a toxic deck. I don't think it's not an amazing deck, but it's a toxic deck.
Right.
That it prevents other decks from thriving.
But
like Gochi,
do you think that being toxic is what is worthy of being banned? Like, is it worth banning on that merit?
That's why I didn't expect it to get banned. I don't think it's worth being banned.
Right.
I mean, if you think that kind of deck is toxic and it's worth banning, would you ban Persona 5?
No, exactly. That's why I wouldn't ban
because Persona like the Change Joker deck is basically the Puck ReZero Red Blue deck. It just doesn't have a level 2 tied to it.
Yeah, and that's why I don't think it's worth banning, because then you'd have to make the same.
Sorry, its beaters aren't level 2; they're level 1, but it's the same idea. I fumbled my words. Continue.
Well, because Persona at least doesn't F up Sunshine, right? Whereas ReZero F Sunshine and F's Gochiusa really hard. And I think if Puck got banned, I think you would see Gochiusa more. I really do.
Yeah,
I think it's not worth playing. It's just not worth playing when people are still playing ReZero as much as they are.
Gochi still loses to any deck that can drop an early play.
Okay, sure, but like Gochi was really good for a reason, right?
Yeah, the counter was a pretty big reason why it was a good.
Stupid.
I mean, you say that, but like the existence of Kimono is probably a bigger damage to.
It's really not, actually. I think that losing the set counter was actually bigger, to be honest, because again, Kimono is just one matchup. Like, people are only playing more Kimono because they're trying to. What does Kimono even beat out right now? That's top tier.
Vivid Strike.
AOT.
Does it really beat AOT that much though?
Yeah.
You shut off Mikasa and Aaron doesn't get reverses.
Well,
AOT not getting reverses makes that deck hurt a lot.
The Dolphin.
Okay, so like
yeah, but why would you not play Dolphin? Dolphin is like the play for Kimono. So
whenever we talk about Kimono, let's just say we're talking in context to the deck that plays 4 Dolphin and probably plays Alpaca. Okay.
Yeah.
Are we just talking about the one that Japan keeps playing with the fucking Araisan and empty gates?
No. Well, okay, like no, the CXs don't matter. Like what matters and what makes Kimono strong is Kaban, Alpaca, and Dolphin. Okay.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like
so yeah, okay, fine. Then it beat AOT pretty well.
Yeah, but like even then, I don't know, like if you put it alongside like when I look at something like Rewrite Guardian, I just feel like
Guardian is probably one of the best decks in the game right now.
I would much rather that get hit. Much rather.
I don't think Guardian will ever get banned though. Like, I think the deck is really strong, but like.
If Guardian ever gets hit, it's gonna be Kotori anyways.
It's gonna be Kotori. That's not even it's literally gonna be like a choose between the Shizuru burner and the Kotori -2 soul. That's realistically probably what it's gonna be. Maybe they'll be extra and add like
the 1-0 top check promo.
No, I think they would actually.
That would be brutal.
If they did a brutal top 3, it would be the Gloves Bonder, the Shizuru finisher, and the Kotori. That'd be like the worst 2-3 they could do.
Yeah, agreed. Sure, okay.
I don't think anything else matters enough. I don't think because thing is if you like they don't even play the 2-1 really. Like the trash bag Lucia, that's a Western thing.
Yeah.
They played a 1 or 2 of because they're playing Katori and Katori's their game plan.
Yeah, like I think they don't
But
play the level 3 event either. We do.
Most lists don't.
No,
actually
I don't think
play
anybody plays level 3.
Wait, which level 3 event? The heal to hand?
Yeah.
I don't think anyone plays that.
I've seen quite a few
I
lists
see
with
it.
it.
I see it now and then.
Most people don't play, most Japanese lists don't play the 2-1 Lucio. They'd rather play because like they never actually want to field it, so they'd rather have
the mirror
they'd ra-
counter.
they'd rather have
2-1.
the anti-change Lucio bomb because like it
Or
lets
the-
you deal with early plays
yeah.
that Katori can't deal with.
Yeah, I see them playing a lot of the anti-change bomb, and they play the 2-1 stock purger.
Oh, that thing,
Nish-
right, yeah.
Nishikujo. Well, I mean Nishikujo is a good tech no matter what you're playing.
Yeah, because in Japan, I think it's more relevant in Japan than it is in America.
I think it's relevant. I think it's just relevant no matter what. Like stock, like on demand stock refresh is powerful.
Yeah,
and
No,
because it's a character, it is on demand, quote unquote.
I don't run it. I have it just in case because I've tried it a couple times, and it's nice to have it when I have it. But the fact that it's also not searchable by anything outside the brainstormer.
Can I just
The
briefly,
card is probably
say
somewhat-
like this is called the Parucast and you haven't been talking very much?
Because we're talking about sets I don't play.
Yeah.
So I don't want to say things that I don't want to say stupid things
But,
decks I don't.
It's okay. I'm Paru's gay lover, and I'm talking a lot. So basically, Paru's talking.
But just like in general, I don't think Guardian will ever actually get banned because when it had the representation, right? Because it did well against Gochi and ReZero in that little time period before when Gochi got hit. It still didn't see a ban when everybody was like, it's gonna get hit, and only Gochi got hit, right? In my eyes alone, that is enough to say it's probably never gonna get hit.
Well, at that point, people were saying, "Oh, it didn't get hit because it's too new."
No, I don't think that's even an argument about that. I think it didn't get hit because it didn't deserve to get hit because its representation still was not higher than Gochi's.
Okay, so in that case, here's another hypothetical for you. So let's pretend that Sunshine didn't get smashed. If you had to crack something, what would it be?
ReZero.
You really think it should be ReZero?
Yeah.
I'd rather hit AOT before ReZero.
Yeah,
wait,
same.
wait,
AOT's not a problem.
wait,
AOT's
wait.
not really a problem in Japan. Though.
Wait. So, do you mean like if Sunshine didn't get banned, what should have got banned instead?
Yeah.
Okay.
I genuinely think AOT is not as big of a problem in Japan as it is in America. I
It's
think the
not.
deck is still really strong in Japanese, but I don't think it's as oppressive as it is in because Japan has more uninteractive level 1 combos that it doesn't care about Aaron, that Aaron's just there. They have, like you said, Kimono Friend. They don't.
AOT
care.
is just like a good deck there. It's just like a really solid deck that you can like
I
win
think
with.
it's just a relevant deck. It's just a top 10 deck in Japanese. I don't think this needs to be banned.
I mean, if we're talking
Wasn't
in
Attack on
context
Titan
to
like
how
not even in top 10 for representation as well?
it wasn't.
It is actually in top 10.
Oh,
It
is
is
it?
in top
Wow.
10.
Is
It
like
is in
10th?
top 10. It's low on this. It's lower, but it is on there.
Wow.
So if we're talking in context of how Bushiroad bans things, like the obvious answer is like ReZero or Kimono Friends.
But I think as we discussed, like banning Kimono Friends is just not smart. Like
It just kills the deck. That's literally what that does. But
Yeah, and you only think banning Monogatari didn't kill the deck?
no, but like here's the thing, right?
But Monogatari was
you can kind of say that banning Monogatari or like banning Sunshine had somewhat positive, healthy impact, like side effects. I don't think banning Kimono Friends would have had a healthy side effect. Like it would just be negative all around.
yeah, I agree. Let's see.
Like okay, if you
So-
ban Monogatari, right? If you ban
ReZero was number 3. Kimono was 5, by the way.
Oh, did you just look it up? Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, like here's the thing: if you banning Sunshine, right? People stop playing like these cancerous ReZero like kimono decks, or like the requirement the play rate goes down a bit because they're not as like their main target goes away. Like banning Monogatari, the game doesn't become this slow stall fest anymore. Like same with Kantai. Like there are some positive side effects to having these bans. If you ban Kimono Friends, I think the most prominent side effects, which are Sunshine and Gotchi, come back a lot more. I think those are negative side effects.
Okay, so
That's fair,
just
but
to-
okay. At the same time, though, banning Kimono Friends opens up better design space because it would remove the element of Kaban,
Yes,
and then
agreed.
also removing Dolphin and Alpaca that would.
Okay,
Sorry,
I don't think
I
removing
need
Dolphin
to-
and Alpaca.
I need to
fair.
word this properly. So like you said, banning Monogatari made the game not a slow grind fest, but that's exactly what Kimono does with Alpaca Dolphin.
No, I think Kimono speeds up the game because like you said, it's forcing people to run. It is one of the sole reasons I think the game is speeding up harder because it's forcing people
No,
to
but
run.
Kimono isn't a fast deck. The point
It's not.
of Kimono is you compress to the point where you never take damage, and then you swing 1/1/1 every single turn.
No, but
Like
what I'm
Kimono
saying
is the definition of playing it slow.
what I'm saying is not Kimono is going fast, but Kimono is forcing other decks to play faster because the only good decks are, like you said, are not the burn one decks. It's the ones that burn for more, which I think just speeds up the game in general because people can't afford to be playing like grindy burn one decks that can just kind of ping out opponents slowly, right?
Yeah, because then you'll just lose to Dolphin. Like if you try and set that up. Like here's the thing. Like I think Alpaca is bad design, but I think
Alpaca is a really stupid card, to be honest.
like it's
Okay, would you rather?
it's way strong. But here's the thing. I actually think
Okay.
that Dolphin is fine. Like I actually quite like Dolphin as a card.
No, I think Dolphins is a pretty fucking awesome card, to be honest.
It's very, very strong, but I think it's fair. That's the important thing. Like,
Would you rather see a restriction on Dolphin Alpaca or just see Kaban get banned?
I would
if
rather
I
see
had
restriction
to-
on Dolphin Alpaca, 100%.
If I had to design a ban list for Kimono, it would be 3 choose 1, and it would be Dolphin, Kaban, and then probably the Kaban Brainstorm.
Really?
Really?
I can
But
see
that-
it. I can see
I
it.
get
Okay,
why.
I understand. I completely see why, because then you're forcing them to run. Then you're forcing them just because Alpaca doesn't matter anymore. Because then they have to run the tap 2 Brainstormer. Because that's the only other relevant Brainstormer.
Well, no, that's not the thing though. The
No,
thing about
Kab-
the Kaban
No.
Brainstorm is it's the only way to tutor your free fresh.
Kaban Brainstorm
true,
picks up Lucky
Right, good
Beast,
Lucky
and Lucky Beast is one of the reasons why like the Dolphin Alpaca
Wouldn't you rather
deck
just?
is oppressive.
Why not just
But
hit the
then,
lucky?
again, why does hit Lucky Beast then hit the Brainstormer?
No, but Lucky Beast isn't the issue. The issue, like Lucky Beast was designed with the intent that it was hard to pick up because it's off trait. So
Yeah.
hitting the only card that lets you pick it up and not care about its trait restriction makes more
Okay.
sense to me.
Okay, I understand.
Because Lucky Beast
I
isn't
understand.
actually the issue. Like having if we took my ban list and then someone played Alpaca Dolphin, no Kaban, no Brainstorm, and then still played Lucky Beast, that's fine because Lucky Beast isn't on demand anymore.
Well, yeah, but then their
Like-
whole
like-
game plan is different, right? Because they
Like
can't
the
slow
issue,
grind you out.
the issue with Lucky Beast that I have is the fact that it's on demand. Like you don't get there's no downside to it. It's just you free fresh whenever you want.
Okay, just
if your
to clarify
opponent
something
if your
real quick,
opponent
though, this ban list that you're saying, like, is the intent to make Kimono fair, or is the intent to destroy Kimono?
This
I
one
mean-
sounds like it's meant to destroy Kimono. to
I
be
want Kimono to be destroyed because I
Okay,
hate the deck, but
but-
at the same time, I think this does make Kimono fair.
honest. So, I think the restricting what'd you say, Dolphin and the Kaban Brainstorm, right?
Dolphin, Kaban, and
No.
Kaban Brainstorm.
What if it was just the Dolphin and Kaban Brainstorm? What if Kaban was fine? Because first off, the Kaban is a good card. I think it's one of the central pieces that
I mean,
makes
Kaban's
Kimono
not
a
fine.
relevant deck.
Kaban's is not fine.
No, no.
Like,
No, but what I'm saying is it's one of the few things that makes Kimono a relevant deck. Is because it has that. So it's like, all right, well now I can, you have a reason, like you have a reason to want to play Kimono Friends. Because I genuinely don't think Dolphin is enough of a reason to want to play Kimono Friends.
sure. Okay,
Because I feel like
how's
you
this
just
for
play
a
Aaron,
restriction
right?
then? How's this restriction then? Like, if you're saying that stuff like Dolphin, stuff like Kaban is like what makes Kimono, but you also think that the deck is doing unfair things, i.e., not paying the price for grabbing its Lucky
I
Beast.
agree
How's
it's a grind game, right?
Right.
It's toxic. That is toxic.
yeah,
Just
of
like
course.
just
So,
like the whole thing is toxic.
So then how about this? 3 choose 1 of Paper Plane, Kaban Brainstorm, and the runner.
The tap counter is not relevant though when
The
you
tap
play
counter is
Kaban.
not relevant. The runner's not relevant
because
either.
you don't
Yeah, you don't
have
need the tap counter.
board.
But here's the thing.
to counter.
Here's my logic. By forcing them, like, obviously the 3 choose one is very obvious on that list. It's obviously the Kaban Brainstorm, right?
Yeah.
You say that the other 2 cards are not relevant. I think the deck loses a lot of utility.
Does the deck even play the runner?
You don't
I
play
think
the
No, the deck,
no.
the deck plays the oversized as a penguin and dolphin like.
Okay,
Yeah,
you
I
don't
don't really play
you
the
don't
tap counter
actually
enough.
you don't play runners and you don't play oversizes. Like your level 0 in Kemono is
It's just
literally
utility.
4. It's utility, and then you go 4 Kaban Ricky, 3 to 4 Salvage Ricky, and then like 3 to 4 Wolf Ricky. Like all you care about is just
Which
block
one is
pluses.
the wolf?
When it's reverse, clock self, reveal top. If it's a friend character, add to hand.
Yeah,
Like,
I
all
think
you care, you don't like all your cards are plussing. You don't need a plussing 0. All you care about is hitting 1 first and tutoring your dolphins and setting up. That's all you care about.
I think Ryan's actually right. I think that sounds good in practice if this was not the kind of game they play. If they weren't playing the stupid Dolphin Alpaca deck, I think that'd be relevant in any other situation, right? Because that just makes the most sense. Because every other deck plays the tap counter. Every other deck probably plays the runner or plays some sort of other plussing 0. But meta Kimono Friends doesn't. I don't even think they run the tap counter, do they?
I think no, you
Some
do
of
run
them
the tap.
maybe?
You run
You
the
play it-
top counter because it has a pay 1 bond.
Right. Okay,
So, like,
sure.
So like when you're
It's a way to
when you're
pay out.
playing when you're playing meta Kemono or like quote unquote meta Kemono and you're at level 3, your Kaban Bond to the Serval Friend Rare heal is one of the most important cards in the deck because it lets you loop your heals.
Oh, right.
So
Bond for
well,
the
so what it ditch bonds to the healer and then it pay 1 bonds to the tap counter. So like the way that you mainly would utilize tap counter in that situation is you play the Kaban, pay 1, grab tap counter, and then ditch your tap counter to grab a circle and heal.
So like how the Lucia Bonder works.
Well then,
Kinda,
in-
yeah.
Wait,
Well,
if you're
They'll drop gloves and then they'll drop gloves as their primary thing 2+, and then they'll grab the gloves back.
wait, if you're grabbing your serval, right? If you're grabbing your serval and you intend to play keeping cards, that means you're keeping board. So why would you not keep the tap
No,
counter if you're keeping board?
No, I'm talking when you're at level 3, playing sometimes you would need to heal. Like you don't care about having 1 card on the board when it's a heal. Hell,
Plus, even if you have 1 card on the board-
if you care about your board, you play serval, heal, play over for Dolphin. Like you just need the card. You just need to be able to pick up the card efficiently without destroying your hand, just to
plus,
heal.
Like
I think
one serval on board. Sorry, Sam. But 1 serval on board doesn't actually mean anything because you still can't tap counter with 1 serval on board, unless the enemy's like retarded. So
I think if this is the argument for it, why would you hit the tap counter when you would just hit the bonder that's doing both bonding for the tap counter, which is part of your game plan, and making you able to loop heals more consistently?
Okay, yeah,
That's
so
true.
like hitting
I think
the
that's
Bondo would
really
probably be
good.
better, sure. But like, I think that would probably, because my intention was just
That
like
would-
nerf it. If you hit the
that would
Bondo,
gimp other Kimono Friends decks, but I think it's for the best for keeping Kimono Friends a playable deck.
maybe.
Because I know every single Kimono Friends deck, like decent Kimono Friends deck I've seen, runs the Bonder because the Bonder is just a good card. It bonds to 2 relevant cards.
Why would you not
Well,
run the Bonder?
exactly.
Bonder is arguably one of the best
Because
cards in the deck.
because literally straight up people are bad, right? That's just how it is. If you have just
The average
bad
Weiss player
players,
sucks.
people aren't gonna run it. But every good Kimono Friends deck does. So by that logic, like hitting the Bonder is probably the best, but it does hurt other decks. But I think that's a reasonable hit versus like the Kaban level 0, because that again is the reason to play Kimono Friends outside of other sets.
Okay, but so like I feel like I missed my chance to say this earlier, but I just want to say this right now. If you're saying the reason to not ban the Kaban Riki is because that's the reason to play the deck, then how would you argue for Mayoi for Monogatari?
Okay.
Because like
And-
Mayoi is like I guess some people might disagree with me, but Mayoi is the reason to play Monogatari. Ben, do you agree? Yes or no?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I don't have enough experience with Monogatari to say, but that's fine. I understand that.
Wait, are we
but-
talking about a ban then or a choose one?
No.
Like, we'll
I'm
put
just
it on the restriction list in general.
I'm
put
just
Kaban on the
being
restriction list.
I'm being devil's advocate to what Jason's trying to say as to why Kaban
It's
Riki
in the
shouldn't
same
be
vein as the
banned.
Nisekoi ban,
And I
right?
agree.
Because in
I
the
think-
Nisekoi pick 3, it's not actually a pick 3. You're banning 2 cards. It's
Yeah,
the same argument
it's sort of
here.
a ban because you have to run pendant. That's not
Exactly.
even a question.
Like that's what he's saying. Like if you put a pick 3 and you put Kaban on that
Yeah.
pick 3, you're basically banning 2 cards.
Yeah. What if you make it a choose 2? What if you made it like a choose 2 with Kaban and the Brainstormer? Just those 2 cards, nothing else.
You don't play the Brainstormer then. Simple.
But then there you go. But then your whole thing about running Lucky Beast is just as fine. Because you're not gonna run Lucky Beast anymore because you can't grab it efficiently.
I mean,
That was one of your biggest complaints, though.
Yeah,
is that you can just keep Lucky Beasting.
yeah.
I think that solves that.
I just want to say this right now. Even if the Brainstorm got banned, you would still play Lucky Beast.
I mean,
Because
yeah,
that card is just so
really
powerful.
good.
It's ridiculously powerful.
But your biggest argument was just that it's so easily searchable, and that's what's stupid. Is that you just have the Brainstorm to search it for free because you don't care that it's
Right,
optional.
but that's not like if you ban the Brainstorm, the deck becomes fair because you can't just like spam Lucky Beast. That's what makes it fair.
Okay. So like, it's like this is an average kimono, or I guess it's not average. This is how Paru played his average kimono game against me. He would
last night, right?
The one last night. I would swing 3 times. He'd triple cancel. He'd draw, Brainstorm, hit 1, grab Lucky Beast, play over his Lucky Beast that didn't die, free fresh. Trigger 3 times. My turn, I would swing 3 times, he'd triple cancel, and then he would loop it. He would just
basically continued 3 turns in a row.
He would just triple cancel into Brainstorm, search Lucky Beast, free fresh every turn.
That's why I'm
saying.
Fuck
that card.
Just basically ban the Brainstorm by giving it Kaban Brainstorm. Because then that literally says, alright, now you can't search your Lucky Beast. Right?
Yeah, then you have to play 4 and hope you draw it.
And then potentially they could get lost in stock easier and whatever happens.
That doesn't sound very good either. Well, you can actually, you do have one other way to get it, and that's with the Salvage Ricky.
Sure. But then you're clocking yourself and you're pushing yourself with more damage, which isn't something you want to be doing, because then that's counterproductive to your game plan.
Right.
But what do you think of that, though, Ryan? Like, realistically. Did Ryan die again?
Sorry?
No.
Sorry, what?
Okay, but what do you, like, so what we were saying was that by hitting the Kaban and the Brainstormer and making it a choose 2, which is effectively banning the Brainstormer. I mean, maybe you don't want the Kaban, but I think you're bad if you don't want the Kaban then. Wouldn't that be more fair? Because what you were literally saying was that you're looping the Lucky Beast because you can Brainstorm for it constantly.
You have to play the Kaban because the whole point of the deck is that you hit for ones. You hit for ones, but your opponent can't.
So wait. So are you saying like fair in the context that like the deck is still
making
playable?
The deck playable without basically making the deck playable without being
But Dolphin's still the issue. Dolphin's still one of the biggest issues.
Yeah, but Dolphin's an issue for AOT.
My issue with Lucky Beast is only half the coin. Like half the reason why that deck is stupid is Dolphin Alpaca, and the other half is Kaban and
fine. Then just make it a choose 3 between. I think you can lose Dolphin and not lose Kimono Friend's Identity as a deck. I really do.
Really,
I don't know.
I don't think so.
Absurd.
Dolphin, like
the deck doesn't function without Dolphin.
And then what if you make it Alpaca Brainstormer Kaban? Because I think Dolphin is good though because Alpaca is also a card.
Here's the thing though, like Dolphin, I think Alpaca needs Dolphin. Dolphin doesn't need Alpaca. Like Dolphin is a fundamentally broken card.
You can play the deck without Alpaca. It's just your game plan is slower. Like Alpaca accelerates your game plan. It doesn't make it better. It just makes it faster.
All right, then Kaban Bonder Brainstormer.
Sure.
I don't think you can get rid of. I physically don't think you can get rid of the. You cannot get rid of Dolphin. Then, if that's the case,
well, then you just pick Kaban, and then you just ban the Brainstorm and the Bonder. So you ban the Brainstorm, and you still play Lucky Beast, and you get rid of the Bonder, and the deck loses a little bit of top end.
The deck loses its looping.
The deck had no top end to begin with.
Yeah, the deck didn't run top end. The deck, like he said, it was literally just Dolphin and heel looping. That's what you did. That was your level 3 game plan. So you lose that. So now you are not heel looping anymore.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
You're not Lucky Beast looping anymore. You are literally just trying to do what you were doing before, but not nearly as efficiently. Right?
Yeah.
But then what's the point of playing it then if you're not like...
That's the point. You don't play it like that. You play it a different way, so you're not playing the fucking cancer stupid, this isn't fun to play against. That's the point. I'm trying to make Kimono playable, keeping all of its fundamentally cards you at least most of the cards you want. Because in reality, if you're using a ban list, cards people want have to get hit. Which in this case is the Bonder and the Brainstormer. But it doesn't. I still think having Dolphin and having Kaban don't make Kimono unplayable again. You're just gonna play it a different way.
Sure.
You're
Like,
just
but then
gonna
in
play
that
a
case,
worse deck.
yeah, but then in that case, like,
But the point isn't making. But look, hitting Kimono in any way is going to make the deck worse because the deck is at probably the best it can be right now. Would you agree?
Like in terms of like refined lists, because
Yes,
I don't think Keimono's list is optimized yet.
Okay,
Like,
no.
we still
But I'm
have
saying,
debates
like,
on what CXs to play.
I
That
know,
just
but
shows
I
that we're
think-
not there yet.
But I think right now the deck is probably in the shell it's going to be in at its best, right? And regardless of what CX you pick, the basic shell of Bonder, Serval, Tap Counter, Dolphin.
Oh,
Pokemon,
okay. Like
Alpaca.
if you're talking about like the basic shell, then yes, I think the basic shell we have right now is ideal. But like the list isn't perfectly refined.
But that's fine. But what I'm saying is, this is just the best way to kind of break the shell a bit, so that it's not leading into this constant toxic deck over and over and over and over.
Did my hate for Keimono really make us just ramble about that for like 30 minutes?
Like
probably.
Kimono's like a really relevant deck, and personally, even I don't play Kimono Friends anymore, I still like the deck.
Dude, I play Keimono, like I don't own it, but one of my friends at locals owns it, so I play the deck, and every time I play it and I win, I look at my opponent and I say I'm sorry, and that's not because I'm Canadian.
No, you do it because
he's
you
Canadian.
literally just fucked them over so hard, and they couldn't do anything about it. I know.
Like, you feel bad playing Keimono. Like the people that like playing that stupid Dolphin Alpaca deck, I think are just horrible human beings. Because you have to be an asshole to like it.
I mean, I'm probably in that regard, but the thing I like about it is one of the few decks in the game that can play a very slow game, which is what I enjoy.
Yeah, but you're an asshole.
Yeah,
Nah.
you are an
He's
asshole.
got you there.
I'm
Like,
deny that.
I'm sorry, Sin. I love you, Sin. I can't wait to see you in Toronto in a month.
Okay, but then actually going back, like coming full circle, right, about how the game's gotten faster. Is that healthy though? Like having this one
healthy?
Having this one slow grindy deck in a field of decks that are just continually getting faster and more efficient.
Okay, so
it's not like
do you define healthy as being able to play the game?
Okay, to give you context, right? Like back when we had like Kantai, TP, Monogatari, like these slower decks as like the big bads of the game. If you introduce like say one super fast deck like AOT now, back then, I think the game would have rapidly gone downhill because of the presence of this one super fast like non-interactive deck in the face of all these other like slower kind of want to do stuff decks. So would the opposite hold true?
See, the issue I have with Keimono isn't the fact that it's slow and it makes the game go slow. It's the fact that it makes it so your opponent doesn't play the game.
Well, I mean, can't you kind of like relate that to like, let's say like Magic, right? Like you always have that one. There's always like that one irrelevant control deck that is just trying to make it so your opponent can't play the game, and that's the way to win.
You mean the one that just?
I mean, that's every.
Yeah,
that's every card game though. Yu-Gi-Oh has it too.
That's every control game. There's always that one like control quote unquote deck. I don't really think Kimono's like a control deck, but it's that grindy. This is my way of winning, and you are doing what you can to force your opponent into that pace.
Yeah, but Weiss isn't a game about archetypes. Like the whole idea of like combo mid-range aggro control doesn't actually exist fully in Weiss.
But is it really that bad having something that is trying
when the game
is different, right?
When the game is designed in a specific way for you to play the game, and then there's one deck that takes the way the game's designed and says you have to play my rules, I do think that's cancerous. Keimono makes it so certain decks don't play the game. They literally clock draw swing 3 times, and then they don't play Weiss anymore. Like, that's my issue with
I actually
Keimono.
equate based off that, on the back of that, I equate it very similarly to when Kantai first dropped. Like, I don't know how many of you guys were playing back then, but when Kantai, like, literally week 1 Kantai was just so not fun to play against. Because you literally, like, all these previous engines you had going on and all these previous deck building rules you abided by just went out the window. Like, you just weren't... Like, Kantai would just say, oh, you can't do that, you can't do this, but I'm going to do it anyway. And then it's just not fair. Like...
So basically, what you're saying, Ryan, at least, is that the only way to fix this is to just say fuck Kaban, fuck Dolphin, and just move on.
Fuck K-Mono. That can die.
Just kill the deck and move on.
Make Monogatari great again.
Shut up, you're biased. Alright, anyhow. Just to bring it up, because we were talking about it before, though, the top 10 representation was Sunshine, Sword Art, ReZero, Symphogear.
Okay, wait. Are you
looking at like Tom's chart or the official like stream chart?
No, not the WGP chart. The WGP chart was, I think this was the most represented in. This has like ReZero at like 8, right? I think this is, what is that, top? There's this. No, this is the WGP. I was looking at trios.
No, it's like, yeah. So one chart has all of no. One chart's not tops. One chart is all of the X zeros and X ones in standard and trios, and the other one is actual top 8s.
Okay, yeah, I was looking at X zeros and X ones. My mistake.
Okay.
So the other one is, so the one that's just tops is Sunshine, Sword Art, Kimono, Rewrite, Vivid, and Attack on Titan are tied at 5. Cinderella Girls, and then Kill la Kill, Star Wars, Goji Usa, and ReZero tied at 8.
That's okay. That sounds that sounds like familiar, right?
And yeah, those are tied. Those have like 6 tops. Then there's like then Cinderella Girls has Cinderella Girls has more than ReZero. That's all I'm saying. So that's why that wasn't unbanned. It has more than ReZero and all those other like more popular ones.
Yeah, but idols are trash. So.
And then
So the TLDR of this podcast is this ban list is a relic of the past, and idols are fucking garbage.
And
idols and animals are garbage.
Yeah.
Wait, but Kimono has idols.
They're idol
Exactly.
animals.
So Kimono is double garbage.
That's what the.
All right. Do you guys want to end this with predictions on what you think the next most repped deck is going to be, or like the quote unquote next cancer deck is going to be?
Cancer? Well, I guess Kimono now, right?
Okay.
Oh, Kimono,
Cancer in this
Right?
in the same sense that Sunshine was quote unquote cancer, as like it was always topping and it was always the most repped.
Probably Kimono, right?
Well, here's the
I
thing.
mean,
like,
but
Kimono.
Sunshine wasn't like keeping Sunshine in check or anything.
No,
Here,
but
let's do it
Kimono
like
was
this.
what's keeping in Sunshine in check, though.
Let's do it like this.
Yeah.
Everyone in order. Just say what set you think out of the sets we have right now. What do you think the next big set's gonna be? Jason, go.
Kimono.
All right, Sin, go.
I'm going to say Kimono. Based off the popularity list, maybe Sword Art.
All right, Paru, go.
ReZero.
Ben.
I'm gonna go rewrite here.
Ooh, spicy. All right, so my pick might surprise you. Are you ready for this?
Kimono, friends?
Is it Monogatari?
I actually think Bang Dream is gonna be the next best. Is gonna be the next highest rep set.
Sugoi!
Tanoshi.
Okay,
So
I understand why you're saying that. Actually, I very much.
Yeah, I see it why.
Like
I definitely
Bang Dream was
understand
probably
why.
my second choice, but here's why I don't think Bang Dream is gonna get there. I think
because Bang Dream sucks.
okay, that's
Hey.
that's a harsh way of wording it. So, if the topic of this ban list is relic of a bygone era, I think Bang Dream is the other end of the scale, which is Bang Dream is
It's too new.
not that. It's more like, let's see, how do I describe this?
It's shit.
Like if this ban list is the same thing as us blaming the baby boomers for having unaffordable housing, I think Bang Dream is going to be the result of all the 12-year-olds nowadays having iPads. Does that make sense? Like,
Oh,
I
wow.
don't.
I think that's
I don't understand.
it's not.
I
A,
think
it's,
it means like the set's trying to be. It's too privileged, right?
yeah, like
Like,
it's
Is it?
it's not too privileged. It's more like it's not tied down by the past, but it exists because of what the future is. I think like Yukina exists because Kaban exists, and then you have shit like Kasumi. Like Kasumi exists, I think, because
Well, Kasumi's bad.
well, yeah, well, it's like the main level 1 engine. What else are you gonna run? Zeit?
Maguro?
Yeah, Maguro,
Sorry, I had to leave for a second. I'm back.
Maguro, or maybe even like. Does the Afterglow Minami search music, or is that one just?
Does the what?
Afterglow? The Minami from Afterglow?
It's grab music, but the problem is that it only gets big if all your characters are green.
Okay, so probably Magro.
Okay, so here's my logic. The strength of the set doesn't matter.
It matters.
Representation is a popularity contest.
But are you saying
what's popular? Idols, phone games.
Idols.
Hey, what's Bang Dream? It's a phone game about idols or musicians. If you're
sure,
a hipster.
I feel like a big part of why Love Line was popular was because it was a very simple deck that did something strong while being simple, right? Which was, for them, it was just Chica into double early play, save my double early play, win the game. Right? That was the fundamental, like the bare bones of what Sunshine did in Japan. And I guess they liked that because it was just so bare bones simple and it was effective. I think Bang Dream is too overcomplicated in what it wants to do. That it's never gonna
really. I don't think the Kasumi combo into top end of choice.
I think Kasumi combo is garbage. Like I really do. I think Kasumi is just bleh.
Yeah, Kasumi, like the actual combo sucks, but the promo's broken.
Yeah, the promo is good, and the promo is probably the only reason you play it. But I still think the combo is bad. I don't think it's worth playing. I don't think it's impactful. Yukina, the thing is, Yo did things because it didn't have to reverse, and it could still play around all that stupid shit. Yo just tapped, burned. All right, move on. And once in a while, it was hindered by Kimono Friends because they were able to level 1. But then you had to re-go to try.
I think that's a big factor. Like Sunshine is very independent. Like it doesn't care what you're doing and it doesn't care what you do to it.
Whereas Yukina needs to reverse. The level 1 combo is just they're all pretty mediocre except for the Maguro, and the Maguro is unfortunately just a 6K TD Maguro. It's not an Amelia Maguro where it just gets big for no reason. Just overall, I just don't think Bang Dream is good, but I don't think it's Sunshine what it can do.
Yeah, but
relevant enough.
But this is literally just a popularity contest.
But I don't think
Bang Dream is popular.
But I think Sunshine.
You say that, but at the same time, remember that over in the West, when you say the word metagame, I think, man, these are the decks that people are playing. In Japan, if you say the word metagame in Japan, they hear it as this is the deck I should be playing. I think that's a very fundamental thing. They're not gonna play just because it's popular. They're not gonna play a deck if it's not inherently very good. It's the reason they jumped on Sunshine, because Sunshine was good because it countered the next best deck.
It just did things well.
It's why
it got through things.
It's why the Cancer ReZero deck took off and why Persona 5 was as good as is, because they countered the best deck. Even though
that's why Rewrite, right, when Goshi was the top. The only reason Rewrite and ReZero were the tops were because they beat the best deck. And I don't think Gochi was popular because it's just cute bunny girls. It was popular because it was just stupid.
I think being cute bunny girls and waifus was a majority of why people played it.
That's part of the draw to what made people realize it was good, I think, was because they're cute girls, people wanted to play the set, and then people clicked, this deck is actually really fucking stupid. And then people went to, and then the hordes of meta sleeves trying to win moved to it. And the same thing happened with Sunshine, where people picked it because it's Sunshine and it's idols and it's trash. People are gonna play it anyway.
Riddle me this, Ryan, since you're probably the most qualified to speak about it. If it's just about being cute and popular, why isn't Henology taking off?
Ooh. Wait. Henologic is taking off right now. A lot of people are hopping on this idea of Nina minus 2 soul with the principal alarm, and it's really fucking OP. I've had conversations with people who legitimately think it's the next most busted thing. So I don't count Henologic out just yet.
I don't actually count Henologic. I think Henologic is actually
Henologic is very competent. It's not amazing, but it's fine.
I think Henology actually, I would say that's actually a contender to just be randomly see a lot of representation all of a sudden, out of nowhere, especially with the new EV. I actually do. I don't think it's going to be top number 1 that's going to get hit ban wise, but I think it could actually see a spike in representation.
I wonder what it's going to take to get Little Busters back into the number 1 slot.
Whatever the EV gives, probably.
What
something the EV gives. I mean, I think Little Busters is still I guess it's a more Western top 5, top 10 deck, right?
Can we have We Should Date as a yellow 2 soul, please?
So
I mean, that
don't.
would be nice, but I don't think it's gonna happen.
An on color plus 2 soul would be pretty lit.
I think you're most qualified about this, Ben. Was
Yep.
Little Busters ever considered busted in Japanese meta game? I don't think it was, right?
It was at one point, like a while ago, before the anime set. Like
So what was that meta? Or like what was that? Was that twins?
no, it was
Like,
the
what
top
deck was
end. It was the top Little Busters combo top end, the heal to play.
But was it still like so was it 2 soul and then Little Busters bar?
No, because the 1-0 Rin didn't exist yet. It was the fuck the
So,
it was the I can't remember what her name was.
so I have a question real quick. Did Rest ever see competitive play then?
Yes.
I wasn't around for them.
So-
that was
It
before my
was
time.
like
So then
early
Little Busters would have
on.
been.
I mean, I'm pretty sure it would have to see competitive play to get banned. That's the only reason things get banned, right? Is 'cause
Yeah.
they see play.
Well, okay, then
Yeah,
why?
maybe.
Okay, wait. Then why is Action Bastard?
Because they saw play.
Did it
Action
really?
Bastard is also fundamentally broken.
Yeah,
did
the card is-
Action
the card is
Bastard
a-
see play? I don't think Shinchan
Yes.
saw play at all.
No, it definitely saw play. That's the only reason. That's the only reason Bushi bans anything, first and foremost. And that card is
Well-
actually ridiculous. Like, if in the olden days, that card was probably ridiculous.
I
I
don't
mean,
think
you say that, but I'm
ever
looking at the
s-
baddest image right now, and I see Xylophone magic on it. So
I don't think
Didn't
so.
Xylophone have some like stupid thing with it?
yeah, but it wasn't
Xylophone
like
had things.
it wasn't like that's the thing. It was broken, but it wasn't widespread play.
No, yeah. but
I don't
maybe-
I don't think
the
Shinchan
older
ever
days,
I don't think Shinchan ever saw play.
I don't know. Maybe they just saw that card as a problem. But I'm pretty. I can imagine Rest seeing play because that card's actually like. I think
Yeah,
that card's
yeah,
one of the
sure,
most
sure.
accessible.
So
It was
then-
pro-
But-
So then the deck surely had to be like considered broken in the Japanese meta at least at one point.
I mean, there was a period of time where I wasn't really paying attention to Weiss, where I think Little Busters probably was really, really good.
I mean, was P3 ever topping?
Well, no. The
Well,
thing,
I mean,
the thing
P-
about-
at one point,
Akinari
P3
was
was the
banned
only deck at one
because
point.
Because it was just
P-
toxic, right?
No, P3 Akinari was banned because of the standard the standard destroyer
right,
and
the
infinite combo.
Right.
There
Yeah.
was there was a time when Standard was the main format and Neo Standard was the less played format, unlike now.
I think that's probably what
Okay,
led to
fair
Rest
enough.
being banned as well, actually, in hindsight.
Potentially, yeah.
Yeah. Because
Okay.
because Rest isn't restricted. At like
I mean,
by
what
trade,
what trade is Action Bastard?
Sorry? Oh no,
Action-
Action Bastard just has a if you have 2 or less clock, I think, or 3 or less clock,
Yeah,
you can't
2.
attack.
Yeah, and he's a 1-0 like 7,500.
1-0 7,500 2 soul.
like yeah, that is fundamentally busted.
Yeah, I'm
Because
pretty
they
sure people
misprinted
and
it.
like I could see in Standard people just playing that card just to play that card.
Let me
Green,
I'll
green
look it up.
standard.
Well,
I'll look it up just to make sure if I'm correct on
The thing
Action
was-
Bastard.
that was after Bushi stopped caring about the Standard format.
Was it? Then,
'Cause
I don't
that
know.
was,
Maybe
Yeah,
that was
Shinchan-
like that was
Shinchan was,
around
like,
like
quite
Kantai
recent.
era.
Yeah.
maybe they just saw that card and they were like, "This is kind of silly. Maybe we'll just get rid of it. Like this is kind of a bonkers card. I'm just decided to want to move on.
Oh,
Actually,
so I
thought that-
was
I have no idea.
Standard.
Didn't
I
play,
thought-
so don't know.
I thought Standard didn't follow the ban list anyways, or am I wrong about
Well,
that?
Standard has a different ban list to Neo Standard, so like.
So why is Akinari? Oh, never mind. I'm not
Akinari's on
gonna
both.
finish that.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, never mind. I'm not gonna finish
But
that.
I mean, like
So-
there's stuff that's on the standard ban list that's not on the Neo ban list, and there's obviously lots of stuff on the Neo ban list that's not on the standard ban list. Like, I think some of these things are just like relics from when there was just one ban list. Like, for example, why isn't Purple Puyo banned in Neo standard?
Dude, somebody played Purple.
Why
Puyo
is it
against my
banned
friend
in
at,
Standard?
At last chance, and my friend
Puyo-
asked the judge about
It is
it,
banned
like,
in
what-
standard
what-
because there is a card in standard that interacts with colors on board.
Purple Puyo
Oh, yeah.
is banned in standard because Bang Dream has a brainstorm for X, where X is the
Oh,
number.
shut up! No.
So
No
you
one's
can-
brainstorming
So,
for 6.
so you can brainstorm for 6 with Purple Puyo.
Fuck up, Ryan.
That's broken. Please nerf.
Also, fucking Purple Puyo is a hard counter to Kanan because
Can't
none of
count purple.
it doesn't count purple, so you have to use your camera global or your camera assist
Oh,
to
okay.
guarantee any effects.
All right, okay. Now we're just memeing. Okay.
Okay, Kanan's not a meme.
No,
leave me,
shut
leave
up.
my decks
okay,
alone.
wait. Do we need to discuss the English format? And should English have a
format,
ban
the
list?
answer is yes. I think they should. I genuinely think.
I don't,
I don't
think
know.
what's
we
Do you,
have-
how much
I
do you
don't-
want to discuss AOT the card game?
I don't think
It's a little bit
we should have.
It's not worth discussing. Yeah, it's just. I'm pretty sure everybody that plays English probably already knows that AOT is, the deck, and that's just redundant.
I mean, like, I guess we can say something like, because that English Bushiroad run by like knuckle dragging gorillas will never get a ban list. Will never get a ban list in English. Therefore, the only way to reasonably fix the English metagame is to print something better than AOT.
Is it gonna fix anything when AOT gets a set 3, basically guaranteed?
I think when I was talking with Yarbacher in Worlds, and he said that the solution was just to print more sets. It wasn't to hit AOT. It was to just print more stuff that doesn't suck.
Right, exactly.
So think of it like this. Why do you think AOT isn't as impactful in Japanese format, Jason?
Well, yeah, because there's more sets. There's things there's uninteractive combos that can play around with.
There's more options that AOT that doesn't care about AOT. So like AOT is impactful in English meta because there aren't options that can ignore it.
The only thing that can ignore it is Yugi, and that's why Sword Art is considered one of the only decks to really play that can play with it, right?
Yeah, but then you get the problem is like, well, okay, currently in JP, what is like the best answer to AOT?
Probably like ReZero, right?
No, I think
it's
Kimono ReZero.
I think it's actually Kimono.
It's about to be Saikono.
Hold on. So do you mean answers in the fact that they can deny the reverses like through defensive power, or just deny Aaron as a whole as a card?
As in, like, if you sat down, your opponent says I'm playing AOT, and you could play any deck in the world, what would you pull out?
Phantom.
No, shut the fuck up.
Like you would pull out Kimono, right?
Probably Kimono ReZero.
No, Kimono or Guardian.
Right. So
because Guardian actually defend against Aaron.
Right. Now imagine either of those
on how
decks
many gloves
being
you have.
shoved straight into English. Imagine an English metagame where Kimono exists. Like,
oh my god, Kimono
right?
in English would
exactly,
be so
right?
good.
Or imagine as if like next week like Rewrite dropped in English. Does that sound like a game you want to play?
Well,
honestly, I don't think Rewrite in English would. If it was just anime
set, it wouldn't be that bad.
Oh, if it, obviously they'll do some version E where it just happens to contain Akane.
The Riki.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, in that case, I don't know. I mean, I probably play because I like Guardian. It'd give me an excuse to play Guardian in English, right?
But like that's the thing. Like, I don't think that would be any healthier than it is now.
No, I don't think it would be. But I think it had to be one of those things where maybe start with like ReZero. I don't think ReZero would be toxic in English. I just think it'd be a good set in English. I think ReZero is one of the ones that probably should have been in English already, to be honest. Like,
I was kind of expecting it to be announced, honestly.
Like when they didn't announce it, I was so beyond surprised.
Instead, we got Gurren Lagann, another set that loses to AOT.
But I think ReZero is a good starting step of a set that doesn't have to care about ReZero, that doesn't care about AOT as much, because it can potentially wall out Aaron's. It has the potential.
Sunshine is an actual good step that's coming out.
Okay, agreed. I think Sunshine was a good step. What else? Like, what else can they really print that aren't the stupid things like Guardian and Kimono?
Not a lot, really. That's the problem.
Yeah, that's the problem. I think the problem is that the thing with AOT is it was already put into a shell of these are already good decks that exist, and now it's just floating in the good deck area.
Well, no, I think the other problem as well is that, like, even before AOT came out, obviously the English meta is fundamentally different to the Japanese meta. I feel the point at which AOT dropped, the English meta favored it more than the JP meta anyway, which is like another big factor.
Yeah, because again, what was being played in English? Like, just things that wanted to reverse, right?
Sword Art, Tuloveru, Kontai.
Things that needed reverses. Right. So then instantly, when you're put into a metagame where reverses are popular, it's gonna excel. But Japan didn't care because Japan had so many relevant non-reversing combos already. But it didn't look as bad because they already had Guardians, they already had ReZero, Kimono. They were already established. They weren't. But now look. If you look at it now, trying to put them in English looks disgusting. Like, honestly, I think right now you could probably put like Monogatari 2 and TP in English, and they wouldn't look as bad.
Well,
TP2 might look. I think TP would look pretty bad in English.
It's because they took a deck and basically put it in a time machine like 3 years ago.
Like, English is just too slow. That's the problem with it. It was just too slow.
I don't think it's that. It's more like I think Paru is more accurate. Like, the fact that Sao came out, like, you know, when Sao released in Japanese, like, the meta could kind of deal with it. Like, Sinon's still a good card, like, by default, but Switch is okay, but stuff can deal with it. Whereas nearly nothing in English can actually deal with Sao AOT.
Yeah, I think AOT probably should have been held off in English for a bit. You know, maybe let them establish like Bang Dream, Persona, a couple other sets, post and then they can introduce AOT. But I think them being one of the few sets that were like
Cash
simul
cows.
released. Well, simul released cash cows
Yeah.
hurt, right? Because they just wanted money. They didn't care about the metagame. They're just like, whatever, this is gonna sell 100%, and it did, and it sucks overall. It really does. But like even like but like I still think English is really slow. Like, do we even have a set now between now and fucking Bang Dream? And so we have
Sunshine?
Sunshine.
In
Persona,
when?
right? Or no?
April.
Persona comes in February.
Persona's this month.
Oh yeah.
Then
Yeah.
March is blank.
Yep.
April is currently Sunshine.
Assuming that doesn't
no,
get delayed.
no.
Yeah.
April's blank and May is Sunshine.
May is Sunshine, but April's Sunshine.
April was supposed
Sunshine
to be
got-
Bang Dream.
Sunshine. Wait, was it
Right.
Sunshine got delayed, or was it Bang
No,
Dream?
No,
Bang
it was
Dream got
Bang
delayed.
Dream that got delayed.
It got delayed like July. Yeah.
So now, that means we have March, April, May, June all blank. Will they be filled? I really hope so, but it's looking rough because
Wait, when's Gurren
February's-
Lagann?
Gurren Lagann's probably going to be June with Sunshine in May.
I don't think they have a release
considering-
date yet. They just said
Well,
it's coming.
Wow.
they said summer 2018.
Yeah, which could be.
So I
June,
have to
August.
imagine June.
Right.
I would hope it'd be June.
So basically,
So
we're just
that-
hoping Godzilla fixes Weiss.
Godzilla,
yeah,
I
so right
wasn't
now,
it confirmed to not be like
English?
or
I
wasn't
don't
confirmed
think
to
so.
be
Wasn't
relocked?
like another Star Wars.
Yeah, wasn't it confirmed to be like that? I don't remember.
Oh.
I don't think so because this is a different license. Like, isn't Godzilla like basically just a Japanese license already? So I feel like
think
the
so,
license
yeah.
isn't as expensive as like Star Wars. Like Star Wars is like huge. Like that license is too much for Bushido. to
But
ever
like,
consider.
but the thing is, they also region locked GFB and SGS
yeah, I don't know.
And
Maybe-
Macross, don't forget that.
and
Maybe-
Macross.
That's
Yeah.
why we're never
I
going to
think
get Macross
Godzilla-
Delta.
I will gladly forget about that.
Like, I think Godzilla is something that I don't think would not come to English. I could at least believe it, right?
I mean, like we fucking got Gurren Lagann and Konosuba in English, so I'm willing to believe
Well,
anything.
those
at this
are
point.
popular in the West.
we are
Those like hella
in-
popular.
I'm pretty sure Gurren Lagann is more popular in the West than in Japan.
We are in a time of Weiss where Star Wars can be fighting Gurren Lagann, and both decks are worse than cute magical girls. Kappa.
And
A
on
girl
that
with a
bombshell,
hat.
But
The
yeah,
girl with
just
a hat.
in
What else?
general, right now we have 3 to 4 months of blank coming up in English, and that's why something like AOT is just gonna keep winning.
yeah.
Because
Compared to like
blank
what
on sets.
Japan like, we've got
Japan
Saikano
has
coming out
sets
soon.
every single month.
Like after
confirmed.
Saikano, we've got what? Konosuba 2?
We have 2
No,
sets.
Konosuba 2 is already
this-
coming out.
No, it's already
Yeah.
out. Konosuba 2 is already out.
Yeah. So
After Saikano, we have
After Saikano is Gochi.
Gochi,
right, Daily Sisters, and then after that is
Goch, and then LB and DC.
LB vs DC, and then Apocrypha, and then Bang Dream
And
TV
then-
Pluses first, and then
Yes.
Apocrypha.
And then Apocrypha, and then we have ReZero, and
We have all
Dark
these other things that
Rings.
aren't totally confirmed.
We have like 8 things synced up or
Nanoha.
queued up.
Sunshine,
Yeah.
Million Live, Darling in the Franxx, Gun Gale spin-off, Madoka.
And here's the sad thing, like
Like,
all of these things have the potential to actually be good for the game,
yeah.
right?
they
Compared to
do.
like revealing English, right? The 3 things that come out in English, like Sunshine, Gurren Lagann, and
Bang Dream.
Bang Dream, are
And
any
Persona
of these actually
4,
going to
yeah.
fix any of our problems? I don't think so.
Sunshine, might be the only one. Sunshine might make it into like a 3-deck triangle.
Sunshine's gonna make English into
Do
a
you
3
think Sunshine will come? Do you think Sunshine will come out untouched
Yes.
in English?
Yes.
I think that Bang Dream has a chance, if only for the fact that it's one of the few decks that'll have an uninteractive combo with a solid finisher that
But-
is uninteractable, arguably.
That's the first Magro in English, right?
No,
yes.
no, Union.
Oh, Union.
Oh
sure,
yeah, you're right.
But right. Okay, but like the first more like relevant Magros. I think Magic is the worst
Here's
version
the
of
thing, like,
Konosuba
you're
in
saying-
English, but
like, so in
Yeah.
JP, like the build for Bang Dream is what it is because we have more stuff to worry about. Whereas in English, you
Oh.
only have to worry about AOT.
I feel like Popeepo is probably gonna be
Or
like.
to a lesser extent, I guess.
Wait,
Yeah.
is the Costumey on reverse to do it, or is it on attack?
It's on attack.
It's on
It's on
attack.
reverse.
No, it's on.
Isn't
I thought it was on tack to pick up the event.
Yeah, that was on attack. Pick up the event.
Exactly. Yeah, it is.
So I think Popeepo's
Oh.
if Popeepo will be good if it gets the PR by some magic.
But
I
otherwise, you
think
just
Popeepo
play
will be the play
macro.
in English. But
To be honest, I think like depending on how things turn out, you might just play the Pastel Palettes level 1 engine.
Lol.
What? Doesn't have to reverse?
No,
No, Pastel Palace
isn't a
is
combo.
the-
It's basically TP.
No, you're right. You're gonna run the level 0. You're gonna run the level 0.
Oh,
fucking
it's TP, but with Minami, right?
Yeah, basically.
Oh wait, no, they got that now, huh?
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe, but then on reverse is still hurt by AOT. I think it's gonna be a 3-deck triangle, Sunshine, AOT, Sword Art.
I have my doubts that Sunshine will make it through English
No,
unscathed.
Sunshine. Like, I really think it will. Like,
I see a high chance of it making through unscathed, considering
Because-
what they did with Kantai.
well, did Kantai get hit by anything except
Junior.
Junior wasn't
did.
released. Yeah.
before? Like, so did like the Hibiki, Inazuma, whatever? Did all that happen before it came in English or after it came in English?
It had the restriction list of Hatsukaze, Hibiki, and Akagi Kai, and those 3 cards were all unchanged. But Junyo was banned. That card got
And
changed.
I think that is why it will be coming on Skate. I think Kantai is a good enough.
Hey, they changed Inazuma's name.
Inazuma.
Oh,
No,
whatever.
they dropped all the. They made all the D's into Z's into D's.
Was there even any other than Inazuma?
Ikaduchi
Oh right, of course.
and Uduki.
And then they made Congo into Congo, and then they just decided to add the U on Shiro because Bushiro his.
Yeah, they made it KONGO instead of GOU. Right. But you know, I think using Kantai as a precedent, like there's no ban cards in Sunshine, so it's probably gonna come out unscathed.
So what you're basically saying is that English is going to get even worse.
No, actually, I think Sunshine makes English better. I genuinely think that makes English better. Having even one more relevant meta deck makes it better. Because right now, playing AOT and maybe squeezing through with Sword Art is not good. I don't care what fucking like Yue Pang says about, hey, you know, 2-deck meta is the most competitive best format. No, fuck that. That's not fun. Maybe it's more competitive to an extent, but I think a 3-deck meta is a lot healthier and still competitive.
So if Sao and Sunshine begin taking up like 2/3 of the tops, doesn't that mean that 2-Lever was also because it's not having to deal with air in every game?
No, because what I think is going to happen is people are going to just play like the bombs, and I don't know if that's like actually favorable against TLR, considering TLR not only has to like it'll reverse, but like
But it's giving its field to reverse.
It won't be able to loop
giving
its
it
reverse. That's the thing. Like,
and then the other thing is Sunshine inherently has a better level 2 game than TLR, and TLR doesn't have Wormhole to counter it.
Yeah, maybe if TLR gets the second season set, maybe it'll be more relevant.
I think that I think if it gets to
That's
it'll be
true,
definitely
I
relevant because then you'll have the run level 0, and that's really strong. That's really strong.
Yeah,
I forget
think
that they don't have set 2.
TLR needs a second season to be relevant. It's just not relevant enough with the one.
I mean, like,
set.
no, I think it will like see more play, but the thing is,
Yeah, it will.
compared to like Sunshine and AOT, it just won't. It still just won't do as much.
It's just gonna be SAO AOT Love Live with a splash of like Persona, Bang Dream, and TLR. I think is gonna be
because like despite what Christian says, like as good as TLR is, I think it's much worse in English because you have to split between the 1-0 climax combo and your run engine, and I think that they both have their big weaknesses, especially in the current environment.
Yeah, I think English needs a lot of work, but I think Love Live coming out unscathed is probably the best step that it can do right now.
Maybe.
Because like I said, I think ReZero should be in English already, and it probably would be fine in English. I don't think it'd be as good in English as it is in Japanese. I really don't.
I think it would,
But
because like you have to remember the fundamental thing about the Western build of ReZero is that it wins at level 2. Like it sets up a game state where you don't lose, and right now, nothing in English has that, as evidenced by Worlds. Like,
I mean, I guess that's true. That's true. But
I think it causes a fundamental paradigm shift in how the game gets played if ReZero.
I think that's good for. Would that be good for the English meta though?
I don't know. I don't think it's so, because.
I mean, would it be better than what we have right now?
I can't say for sure.
I don't think ReZero can be the best deck in English. I just don't think it's possible.
Sure.
But
no. Okay. Yeah. That's fine. That's fair.
It can be. It will never be. If it comes out now, it will not be an AOT. It just won't. That's just it.
Yeah. All right. I think that's fair. Like, but the thing is, I also at the same time don't think that It kind of is, but also AOT. It's still not technically AOT's fault that English is the way it is.
No, it's not. It's more. I don't blame AOT for being it. AOT just came in at the right time to capitalize. Before that, it wasn't that much better. It was just a bit more free because SAO wasn't as oppressive as AOT is, right?
Yeah.
It's similar to when Contai 2 came out in English and that was like the best deck, and it was just like play Contai or lose, right? It was like Contai was just that oppressive in English.
Well, KC2 coming out in English didn't change the fact that KC was the best deck at the time.
Well, but I mean, like, but it just built on what KC already had.
Didn't TLR come out in English before KC2?
No. It was
TLR is very new.
and then TLR.
Right.
Yeah, TLR took a while to actually come out though.
God, what a mess.
No, it didn't. It took 3 months or something.
It was not KC2 right into TLR. There's no way.
Yeah, it was. I thought KC2 was. Or no, KC2 was 2015. Was TLR 2017 then?
It was 2017. Yeah.
Oh yeah, never mind. Yeah, then.
No, there were a few sets between, like there was the Nisekoi EBs, and all that stuff came out beforehand.
Oh, okay.
Or Disgaea.
Because I started playing when Nissan Monogatari came out, and Contai 2 was already out. So there was definitely sets between them.
Never forget 2016, the year of really bad sets.
Yeah, 2017 was pretty bad. But
Disgaea.
Disgaea, I heard so many people were so hyped about Disgaea coming to English in my locals. They were like, this deck's gonna be so good. It was so good in Japanese. In like the English metagame, I can only see it being good again. That fucking sucked.
And then you only got half the card pool. Not even
half
the good
the
half.
card pool,
And not even the good half.
It was mediocre as fuck. And the 3 people that brought it to locals every time went like 0 whatever every game, every round.
I mean, like you got the important cards, right? You got like Lahal, Mao. You got Desco.
Yeah, but
Mid-boss,
it wasn't good enough.
Yeah.
It just was not good enough. I don't think this guy, even if it got a full card pull, would be good enough in English meta back then, regardless. It just wasn't.
Sometimes
English
you just play a +2
End of
soul.
story. Look, my friend got top 3 with fucking Rin waifu with OG Love Live, so God only fucking knows. Who fucking knows anymore?
What a god.
All right.
And then, yeah,
Do we have any other closing comments then?
I think this has gone on a little too long.
Yeah, it was pretty long.
TBH.
Yeah,
was
we are
long.
coming up to the 2.5 hour mark. So,
That's a good.
Holy fuck.
all right. So,
Yeah, I
Paru,
think
do
that's
you
a good
want
time to stop.
Paru, do you want to sign us off then before I stop recording?
Mr.
Oh,
Podcast.
before you sign us off, the TLDR of this entire ban list discussion before English took over, everything is a relic of the past. All these changes all the unbans are a relic of the past. Monogatari fucking sucks. Contai is alright, but it sucks. Nisekoi is garbage. And Sunshine is dead. Hooray!
Pray be kimono friends, our new overlords.
I, for one, am accepting our new furry overlords as our saviors of Weiss Schwarz.
That is not what you were saying. Like
Paru,
an hour
take
ago.
us off.
Thank you for listening to the ramblings of mental weeaboos. Goodbye, everyone.
Solid.
Good.